Hello, everyone. This is CallanLoF, and I'm here doing another stream with ids5621. And this time we have a wonderful, 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 wonderful guest, Aagerds from the BIONICLE community from days long ago. Long agone? Is that how it works?
Long ago, I think is a little bit more accurate.
Anyway, I'm sorry. The video is playing now on my phone, so my ears are messed up. I just totally got discombobulated. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello.
IDS, you there? We everyone happy?
Yeah, I'm just experiencing copious amounts of lag.
Oh, tragedy. Oh, copious.
I love that lovely word. We're getting everybody. We're gonna expand your vocabulary in this stream. So just
Aagerds is gonna class up this joint.
Yeah.
In history, our vocabulary has been very lax. So yeah, we're gonna clean things up. We're gonna build some stuff. I got all these sets. I mentioned it. I have no life apparently because I keep buying this crap, and so I'm gonna build it here for you now, and you're gonna like it apparently.
Yeah, you better like it or else.
Yeah. Yep. So
Bob.
So Unarak, okay, actually, who do you think I should start with? I was thinking about starting with Malum because I'm pretty sure I have all the parts for him, but yeah, I guess I'll do Malum.
Yeah, let's go for Big Daddy Vorax.
What?
Big Daddy Vorax.
Oh, gross. Oh man, Malum was a great figure.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Apologies to everyone. It seems IDS is having some mic issues, so hopefully those will get worked out. But for now, we're just gonna try and stay alive as I build this disgusting little brawler from 2009. IDS and I were just talking earlier, and it's like he's a cool looking figure. He's one of the better looking 2009 figures, but he suffers from that issue of being like so short compared to every other set from the wave. It's the Paratu 2015 problem. Oh, someone asked, Ed King Yellow Swag asked, completely random, but what is the nationality of everyone? I'll speak for IDS while he's getting things figured out. He's from the UK. I'm from the US, and Aagerds as well. So there you go.
Hello, is my mic working? I can't fucking tell.
Welcome.
Yep.
Watch it die any second.
Yeah, we were just.
Oh man! Of course, as soon as we have a guest, one of our core members is rendered defunct.
Well, it wouldn't be a proper stream if there weren't technical difficulties of some sort.
Seriously, it's true. It's always the way. But yeah, welcome everyone. We already got 12 people, so that's pretty cool. And a lot of people saying hello. How's everybody? Oh yeah. I think, and then some jokes in the comments. But yeah. Yes, you still there? You staying alive?
I think so.
Yeah, you good. All right. Well, so yeah. Malum's a big ugly dude. I was just saying that that Malum suffers from being infinitely shorter than everybody else. Ugh.
He's basically a dwarf, though. I mean, if you just call him a dwarf, it is it flows better.
It's funny because obviously he's meant to be like this ruthless pack leader of the Voroks, and in the comic, at least the graphic novel they released later, he looks like such a hulking guy, but he's in fact a small round midget.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. How did he convince them not to just eat him? You know,
he was badass, man. Like he beat the crap out of the lead Vorax, and the other Vorax were like, "Hello, God."
Oh yeah, it's that way. You know what? That really vaguely reminded me. Aagerds, have you seen Black Panther?
I have not yet, but I've been wanting to. I've been wanting to see that in Civil War, but I'm really terrible for getting around to movies. I have not.
I don't blame you. At the same time, our resident friend IDS5621 is been really bad about not really bad, but
Also, is my mic working now?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I made a great joke about Malum being Michael Vick and being shit out of the ball.
I'm sorry we missed it.
Oh man.
IDS, I apologize that we missed that hilarious comment.
Oh dear.
It would be really weird if for some reason the stream was actually picking up everything you were saying, and so then when people were listening, they're just like, "What is going on?" Oh man, that would be a disaster. Not Callan, bro. Your voice is distorted. Oh, I think some mic. I think IDS's lag was messing up just a little earlier, but I think it's good now. Right. Oh no.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Help!
Oh, IDS.
But what I was gonna say before is that we were actually IDS finally saw Black Panther. He had also been holding out for a while, and he finally saw it just I think just this past weekend. So this would have been the week we talked about it, but now we're not going to talk about it. So that's fine.
I had to dampen your plans with that.
That's okay. You know,
I live under a rock.
At this point, it's fine. We'll just talk back to back about it when Infinity War comes out, and we find out that everyone's dead.
Yeah. I keep forgetting about Infinity War, which is stupid because I see all the memes with like Thanos with the Salt Bay deal, and he has the Infinity Stones.
Oh yeah,
all over the place.
Yeah. Oh man, they're really gonna get that movie out there, and it's funny too with all the advertising it's had so far. They're actually now pushing it forward. So half of the advertising says May 4th it's coming out, but it's actually coming out on the 27th of April, which is interesting because I keep up with this garbage. Because I have no life other than superheroes and bionicles and going to work.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, all I do is walk around, go to college, and play video games. Oh, here's a game. I think I played this.
Back.
Welcome.
I can hear you at least.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, please continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say I play this game with everybody. Originally, I was in I moved from North Carolina to Pennsylvania, like in the tail end of 2016, and very interesting place. I like it up here, but I have moved to a town that is hysterically small. I've actually sent IDS some Snapchats of it, and I literally was able to do a 360 and capture the entire town. That's how small it is.
That is so funny. Yeah, you actually mentioned that to me the other day, and it almost feels like a movie thing. Like that doesn't even really exist, but it does.
It does. Oh, dude, it gets so much better. I don't know if IDS told you, but I play this game with everybody that I run into. There is a Chinese restaurant in my town. I want you to guess the name of this Chinese restaurant.
What?
Okay. Let's see. Mandarin Express.
Mandarin. Okay. The name of the Chinese restaurant is, I kid you not, swear upon heaven and earth, Chinese restaurant. That's the name of the Chinese restaurant. Is Chinese restaurant.
All right.
I kid you not.
A very personalized place. Like they really take care of their brand.
Yeah, like I'm only going to college part-time right now, and so but I go like an hour or two before my first class and stay at least an hour after my last class. And several of the people that I talk to, they're like, dude, like, why are you still here? Why do you get here so early? This, that, and the other. And I look at them and I'm like, dude, I live in a town that's most creative name for a Chinese restaurant is Chinese restaurant. I need to stay insane. Okay.
Yeah. No. Hey. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Oh boy, what a bunch of goobers. All right, so I got car park sort of done. Oh, here. Let's see what some of the people are saying. Malin Monstrosity sum these up. If Bionicle G1 got rebooted, so the whole story of G1 should the Toa teams consist of 3 males and 3 females? Well, if you were making all new characters, like they could do that, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. But the idea of retroactively making previous Bionicle characters female is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I think that's going a little bit far. Because that's part of their identity, you know. I mean, I'm all for like expanding, you know, diversity and stuff like that. I'm all for that. But if you're gonna get like classic characters, keep them the way they are. Like
exactly. No, but seriously though, the TTV has had a bunch of Bionicle G3 concepts. Because, you know, as soon as G2 dies, let's jump right on to saying this is what G3 should be.
Let's jump onto the next train.
Yeah, so they have this whole minifig plan out, and like minifigs are fine, I guess, but my personal opinion is you can have Bionicle with minifigs, you can't have Bionicle without buildable figures. But their entire premise is built on just the minifigs. And they're also part of their plan is making Pohatu and Liwa female.
Gross.
That doesn't make any sense, man. Just again, they're classic. Like those are the characters that we fell in love with, and to change them that drastically would just be kind of weird. Like,
yeah, I mean, falling in love with something that isn't a man. Like, come on, dude.
That was incredibly sexist, Jude. Oh boy. Yeah. No, but I think at this point, you know what? I'm starting to think TTV's right though, because like Pohatu's character is already ruined. Might as well make him a chick.
Yeah.
and
afraid of the dark.
And Lee was kind of like a tranny anyway, you know. Like I feel like he would be the kind of liberal elite that would be like, hey, you know, might as well make the transition.
You know, now that you mention it, I can kind of see Liwa being, hey, I'm a free spirit. Yeah, I want to experiment. So here we go. All I got to do is just switch a piece in the groin area, and then it's finished.
Seriously, though, with Bionicles, it's easier than with anyone else. So
yeah, you can practically do it yourself.
And you don't have plastic surgery, just plastic manipulation.
Oh, regular Milo Yiannopoulos.
I'll be Milo, you be Shapiro. I don't know. Oh boy. All right, let's move away from the alt-right live stream. Well, you know, hard right. Whatever. What was I gonna go? Oh gosh, I had something I was wanting to jump onto, and now I've totally. Oh, I think it was just saying that the final thing that I find incredibly stupid about TTV's pitch for G3, which I have discussed with IDS before in one of these. So we're basically just repeating the same things over and over again. But we have a guest, so shut up. And that is that their idea for surnames is like, you know, Tahu, he's the Toa of Fire. So now if you have new Toa, their surname is as a way of honoring the original Toa. So it would be like, we have Toa Bob. He's a Toa of Fire, so he would be known as Bob, Tahu Toa of Fire.
That seems a little bit excessive.
Yeah, it's like, oh, because Tahu's important in the backstory of Bionicle, we're just gonna say his name before every element.
Yeah, like it would make more sense. I'm gonna go with like surnames. Just be like Game of Thrones and just be like, yeah, this is Bob, the Toa of Fire of House Tahu. Like maybe go that route, but just maybe. Be like,
yeah, that's a little more logical. Still, yeah, I don't know. G3 never gonna happen. It's over, guys. There was a friend of mine from Mock Pages back in the day who I had him on Facebook ages ago. I think I added him, and so I just barely never really talked to him. I messaged him once. I was like, hey, how's he doing? He was like, oh, yeah, hey, good. How are you doing? I told him G2 happened, and he didn't even know. And this was after it got canceled, too. He was like, oh, really? Ah, man, I envy you. I should have. I'm sorry, I ruined it. I could have left it in blissful ignorance, but no.
Yeah. I probably could have lived without knowing a lot of details about G2. I personally like don't get me wrong, I would have loved it if Bionicle was rebooted and stuff. And I understand they had to make they had to change some stuff, you know, it's a reboot. But
Yeah,
it
obviously.
was just so far away from the theme that I fell in love with. You know, it was too far away. It was too kid-like. And you know, there are plenty of people that say, oh, well, it's made for kids. Well, so was Bionicle G1. That was made for kids. And it was way more serious. It was more in-depth. Yeah, it got tangled in its own lore. And that was definitely a downside. But I mean, I don't know. I take G1 over G2 any day of the week. It's what I fell in love with, and G2 is just too far away from that, from all that.
Yeah, you speak truth, and I think what a lot of people like. The thing that I don't like is that a lot of people who get defensive about G2, like aren't consistent with their opinions. It's like they're only defending it because of the Bionicle brand, and that's like obviously if you genuinely like things about G2, you genuinely like the designs of the sets. Fair enough. I disagree a lot because I think a lot of the sets didn't look so good, but you're entitled to your opinion. But I don't know, like anyone who defends the story, it's like, okay, if your only defense of the story can be it doesn't matter, like I just that's your only defense of the story, because if you actually think that was a good story, then I don't know. I think you gotta reanalyze your opinions, man.
I agree with that totally. The story was like, well, G1, it got really tangled up in like the last 4 or 5 years of its run. But G2 just came out of the gate with contradictions.
It didn't have anything. It didn't have anything.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I like the sets. The sets, I like what they tried to do. I like that they tried to like keep the like the elbow joints and all that. They tried to preserve stuff, but then they also tried to do the very classic, you know, turn the gear system. You know, I like what they tried to do. And so I think the sets were probably, well, the Toa sets, the freaking monsters were like getting really cheap towards the end. But the story itself, you can't compare it. You just, to me,
no, you can't.
It does again. It's the story. Bionicle's story is what I fell in love with. Like when I first got into Bionicle, I was just a little boy of like 7 years old walking through Walmart, and then I went through the section, looked up to the side, and I saw the rock sheet, and they just looked so cool, and so I got them. You know, well, first of all, those were like the first toys that I saw. They came in a canister. And that was very intriguing. And I look at the back of the canister, and it's like, oh yeah, you freaking twist the knob, and his arms go around, and you freaking open up his back, and he has a worm, and like for a 7-year-old, that's the stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't until I watched the movie that I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And so the story is what the G1 story is what got me into Bionicle, and so that's like kind of sacred to me. So if you screw up the story in a Bionicle line, you lose me.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? I think it's more than that. It's not like they did something that was like really weird and different. Because at the very least, they could be like, well, this isn't really Bionicle, but at least they tried something weird. They didn't. Yeah. They just didn't try anything. They're just like, they need gears. Okay, well, they don't even need gears, but we'll throw the gears back as a throwback thing, and we'll make them look kind of like G1, so people will be fooled and think that it's like we really care. Oh, but should we actually write anything? No, they'll just fight spiders. That'll be fun, right? That's all we need to do. Just have them fight spiders.
I think IDS. What did you say about the villains? It was like the color scheme and the designs themselves. You said something about that. It was really funny.
I was looking at a picture of comparing Thor from Infinity War to him in Avengers. To Gimp in the Avengers. Oh, sorry, I was losing my shit.
Yeah, I heard you laughing there. I thought you were considering something in the actual discussion, but alas.
No,
IDS is tired of Bionicle. I think you'd rather.
I wasn't even sure. I wasn't even sure if you guys could even hear me, so I kind of was zoning out.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're here though. But yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember the colors. Basically, all the fluorescent crap from G2 got old really quick because it doesn't feel the whole appeal of fluorescent pieces is the fact that that's different, that's rare. Oh wow, I get a trans partner set, sweet. When every single last set has translucent, when every single last set has translucent pieces, it looks really garish and stupid because they're all running around like a bunch of glow sticks. That's not cool. It's dumb.
And I think you also said something about the villains being like Halloween themed or something.
They are. I mean, what? First wave, you fight spiders.
That's something that just kind of intrigued me about what you said, Aagerds. What drew the Roxy looked so awesome. Like, in a lot of things, people are drawn to the heroes, but the fact that they were able to make the villains look so cool in almost every single wave. They obviously had missteps throughout G1, but the fact that they created something like the Roxy looked so cool, and then they're just like, throw together some.
I think my shit cut out. I was in the middle of saying about this.
Oh yeah, I think it did. Rip.
Yeah.
This is just annoying. Hello.
Ooh. Breaking up a little bit, I guess.
Pack up and leave. You guys can continue. This is annoying.
Yeah, this is peeving me.
Well,
technical difficulties. Will we be plagued to no end?
The two of you can continue. I'm just kind of sitting here, occasionally saying something, and the second I try and say something, I get caught up. So.
Yeah, sorry. Oh boy. This is a disaster.
I want to know what IDS has to say, but it's just.
Yeah, I know. Gosh darn it. Oh well. I think IDS is losing the will to live.
IDS, how about can type some stuff out? Like, what were you trying to say?
Fuck it. I can't leave. I'm gonna fucking leave.
Oh, good.
I don't know what he's saying, but he has that freaking voice of sarcasm.
He said he's gonna leave.
Okay.
I just kicked him. Bam.
Be gone. Be gone, British person.
Maybe he can join again I think something's going on with his computer. I don't know. Disaster.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I was I think his main point with the villains was just that they were really colorful and ugly, and they just looked like Halloween monsters the first wave.
Yeah. And
then they upgraded from Halloween monsters the first wave to just disgusting rock monster. They're not even committing to rock monster. They just really they couldn't. They were the villains' appearance were so generic. They couldn't. I don't know. There was something so sleek about a lot of the G1 villains, like the Roxy, sleek, awesome looking heads, stuff like that. But speaking of terrible Bionicle story, I think we all know about another terrible Bionicle story. It was called Bionicle Revolution. So that's the thing. I believe in his previous stream we mentioned that we knew somebody who was in early on the project, and that was Aagerds, because he's a cool dude. But so off the bat, like pretty earlier than a lot of other people, because Aagerds had some great experiences with Fenna. Aagerds told us about it, and so yeah, we kind of knew ahead of the curve that Fenna was kind of weird. And then sure enough, everything fell apart. Have you kept up with how everything kind of fell apart as far as BIONICLE Revolution goes?
Watched the video that one guy made where he was like basically showing a lot of biotubers dirty laundry. Like Fenna, it was one of 3. Fenna was the last of
yes,
like
yes,
3.
Joshi's video. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, so I watched that. So those are all the details that I know in terms of the downfall of G1 or G1,
Revolution.
Revolution.
Yeah, well, it is a lot of. Actually, well, here's the thing. Apparently, Revolution was supposed to be a sequel to the 3 Bionicle movies. Apparently,
Right.
Yeah. So that's what.
Yeah. Hero Factory is now officially canon in the Bionicle lore.
Yeah. Well, then, and then, okay. So I don't think the Joshi video did much other than maybe show a few people that he was kind of weird. It kind of just put it out there in a video.
Yeah.
But really, things started coming to head with Revolution being a mistake, basically. When I think indirectly it started when he made one of his kind of weird furry design videos that blew up pretty big, and then he just suddenly now he has 56,000 subscribers. So
oh my gosh,
yeah, he's doing all right now, and
he's recovered.
Yeah, so now I think in the next few months after that, he realized, why am I even doing this? Half the people are complaining. So he canceled the project, even though throughout the process he said at one point that he finished it and he was about to post it, but he realized it wasn't finished yet. So he had to stay true to his vision. And I don't buy that for a second. But anyway.
Yeah, so basically he was like, I finished it, but I haven't uploaded it yet because I haven't finished it.
Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then after that, then eventually he just announced that he wasn't doing it. I don't think he didn't even announce it. I think he just wiped it all under the rug, and he told the people who were most involved with the project, yeah, it's over. So they had to announce it, and then some of them got upset about it. And what's funny, I don't think anything really solidly came up from anyone being upset. The only thing which is interesting that came out is that the test script, the full test script, was released.
Really?
To this day, I have not read the whole thing, but the bits I have read are hilarious. And I'm assuming that you probably already know exactly what everyone else was like. A bunch of people started reading it aloud and making fun of it on videos. I assume you kind of knew before a lot of other people.
I actually did not hear that he released the test script or any of that. So and I have no idea. Like to this day, I have no idea what the entire script looked like, because when I first got onto the project, he didn't give I can't speak for the other voice actors or anything, but to me personally, he did not give me the entire script. He only gave me bits of it. What he did, he said that he wanted to do every scene one at a time. He wanted to animate it, put the sound and stuff in it, and then render it and all that one at a time. So he only gave me
in consecutive order or no?
I believe consecutive order, yeah. So
that's oh my gosh, that is so silly. Like, so wait. So basically he's saying, okay, I'm just gonna catch you on whatever day I can. I'll send you the lines on that day, and that's the scene I'm gonna animate that week, presumably. And then without you. That is very fascinating, because that is not the way you run a project.
Right. I thought he said it was because of organization reasons. Like he didn't want to be buried in a lot of like audio files and things like that he had to dig through. So and to me, like, I'm really weird when it comes to organizations. So when he told me that, I was like, oh well, okay, I can kind of get that.
No, yeah.
So I didn't really think anything of it. But yeah, to this day, I don't actually know what the full script is. I only know what like a quarter, like the third quarter of the movie has. And from what I recall of it, I'm so glad I left that project, man, because it was, man, he was just a toxic person. I didn't like him, man.
What I found interesting, because I I can't really prove this because I want to say that he's hidden a lot of his posts, a lot of his videos. The videos aren't even available on YouTube. Everything he posted related to Revolution. I know that someone has kept them. They are available online, but they're kind of hidden now because he unlisted them. But I want to say, and I can't prove this, but I want to say he actually did advertise Revolution based off of you leaving the project.
Again, the only things that I really know about the whole project is basically what Joshi said, but the one thing I do remember is that, you know, oh yeah, this film is so deep because one of the voice actors left.
Yeah. That's what I remember. I remember him being like, yeah, someone left the project, so obviously this thing is gonna be edgy. It's gonna be good.
It was edgy, all right. Like, I don't know, man. The reason I left was because, well, I'm sure everybody knows at this rate that Fenna is very, very like hardcore atheist, and
oh yeah,
I like which well, okay, like it's not that he's atheist, okay, being an atheist, whatever, you know, believe what you want to believe. What I had a problem with was that like whenever he had the chance, whenever it came up, he just completely bashed religion, like was vicious about it, and like that just disturbed me because I was like, dude, like a fair portion of your viewer base is like religious. Like,
yeah, no, the Bionicle community. That's the funny thing. A lot of what I've seen of him, he's drawn to Bionicle for reasons different than a lot of other people. And more than that, I think he's just kind of an eccentric guy. Like, I remember he said that the Toe are incredibly boring. He liked all the villains. That's why half the characters that made it into the movie that aren't. That's why he got fan characters like freaking BioHero. They're the good guys, and all the bad guys are actually from the story. They're like Rakshi and Rudaka and Sidorak are in the movie, and it's like,
right. Well,
it's so bizarre.
Well, what I find like weird is that he's like, oh yeah, all the villains are boring, so I put in all of the quote unquote cool characters, which apparently includes Prydak, because everybody's falling head over heels for freaking Prydak.
Oh yeah. Look, I don't know if you knew this, but Prydak is one of the best Bionicle contributions ever made by Lego. Lego came. One of the designers came out and said, guys, I've got the thing that's going to blow your minds away. It's a shark with blood all over him, and he has Mata limbs. That
was the thing. Like Prydak was such a weird mess. He was such a weird mess. Just like skinny, like usually everybody think like, oh, when somebody says a shark, everybody thinks of the great white, which is like this big, muscular, like monstrosity. Well, now for the deep, for one of the villains of the deep, we're gonna freaking get a shark. So we're gonna get the most malnutritioned looking fish man you can possibly make.
Yeah. So, look, he was a very cool set. He was very cool. I denounced the live stream. Growlock. Oh no, I definitely. But yeah, no, it was very interesting looking throughout the whole process, and so I guess he was just kind of marketing it off. Everything he did, it just didn't seem like a disconnect. He didn't really connect with what most people like about Bionicle, and he tried to make something. He definitely tried to make something for him. So
I mean, I'm not, I guess looking back on it, I'm not surprised he would have made a big deal of me leaving and stuff, because, you know, it's like, oh, it's proof that my thing is really deep and stuff. And
right, but yeah, and that's the thing, getting into the religion stuff, it's like, it's such a base level of edge. It's not like, and it's funny, there's a part, I assume, did you see Mononui's scene, presumably? Because I haven't read the whole script. I can't really speak to how really bad it is, but I have read there's a scene where a lot of the main characters meet Mononui, and he's like this very cynical
yeah
character.
Because I originally he had me voicing Thok, Avak, Likan, and Matanui. And when he was telling me how, because I got in a Skype call with him, and he was telling me how he wanted me to voice the characters. Well, here's the thing. Fun fact: he wanted Thok to have a lisp. So
what?
Yes, Thok had a lisp.
Oh my gosh!
When I'm doing like I'm doing Thok like I did in my Island of Doom thing, and I'm gonna devolve into some lower level vocabulary here, you know, curse words and stuff, because curse words were quite prevalent in his script.
Of course. Why wouldn't they be?
Basically, you know, the Parak are in this room, and like there are a bunch of people like talking. It's very tense and things like that. People are trying to get others to shut up and stuff. And so Thought comes in, and oh, what was it? Yeah. Basically, Thought comes in and yells, "Shut the fuck up!" or something. You know, like "Shut the fuck up." He based at something along those lines, like a really dumb lisp thing. I sent it to him, and he says, and Fenna was literally like, "Jesus Christ, these are amazing, thank you." And that brought me to another thing. It's like, you are an atheist who hates religion. Why are you swearing by a god?
Oh my gosh!
So, yeah, like Thok had a lisp.
That is hilarious. Thok with a lisp. He definitely had his own ideas. That's for sure.
He's trying to make it unique. But when he was telling me how he wanted me to voice Matanui, if I recall correctly, he wanted me to adopt a tone and attitude that, like, okay, imagine that you're like Jesus Christ and you're telling people to rip out their own teeth, stick them in the bottoms of their feet, and order them to dance. That's what I want you to do.
What? That was
I can remember.
Oh my god!
I can remember hearing that and just being like, "Whoa, okay, sure, I can be an asshole, I guess." Like, so yeah,
that's the thing. The idea that Mononui is not like the god of Bionicle isn't even altogether something that I would disapprove of, in the sense that, like, you could make that interesting. Like, IDS, unfortunately not here now, but he had an idea of, like, what if at the end of Bionicle they kill Makuta, Takanuva kills Makuta and fulfills his destiny. They obliterate all the Rakshi. Mononui wakes up and he's like, you just killed my brother's children and you killed him. Like, what? Even if he did betray me, you have all violated. Like, you have all basically stuck your hands into something that you don't understand. And then he's the villain. Like, I could find that interesting. I'm obviously like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot, you don't have to be overly religiously aware about anything with Bionicle. It kind of goes on the opposite side, where some people, like some families, didn't let their kids get Bionicle because the Toa were called the Spirit of Air. They had the Great Spirits, Great Spirit Mononui, stuff like that. And you're like, really? Someone's faith is gonna be destroyed over Bionicle? Come on. Right. But like on the opposite end, when you're very clearly trying to make a political statement by being like, oh yeah, you know, Mononui, who typically is like just this kind of benevolent god character. That's why they're trying to wake him up. That's like the idea that we have about him. Yeah, he's just this really cynical person who's talking about how children are designed to feed off their parents. There's no real love for a child. A child is meant to replace you. It's like all sorts of stuff that you could tell he thought was really interesting and so creative.
Yeah. And like when we had our little falling out, it just got to a point in the script. What made me leave was okay. Like the first script that he sent me was fine. Like, okay, fine. Falk has a list, whatever. That's not a big deal. This is Bionicle. I love Bionicle. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And you know, I knew his political views and stuff before that, but I was like, listen, I love Bionicle. I don't care about what he believes, and it has nothing to do with the film, or so I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
and then the second bit came, and this is what really, like, I was like, whoa, what have I gotten myself into? Basically, in the script, okay, the good guys, aka the villains that are trying to save the world, they go to, like, they're trying to find this like last city type deal. It's basically a bunch of Matoran, the canon Bionicle characters, a bunch of the Matoran and stuff, like in this underground bunker type deal. They're hiding and stuff, and leading them is Visorak and the Paraka, basically.
Okay.
And you know, the protagonists, they go and they try to get Visorak to help them, and Visorak is like, screw you, you weren't here for this, that, and the other. It's honestly been so long that I don't remember the specifics of the exchange. I just remember that Visorak was like, no, screw you, I don't really want to help you now. And then but eventually, like, stuff begins to go south because bad guys are attacking. Hero Factory is attacking. And I just remember what I remember of this scene is that like, there's this, like, a big chamber or something. Protagonists are able to get out, but the ceiling collapses and, like, blocks off the exits. And so Matoran, these innocent people, are trapped in this room. Well, then these, like, drop ships that have come in, they're the ones dropping everybody off, obviously. The drop ships come, drill holes into the ceiling of this chamber that the Matoran can't get out of, put tubes in there, and I kid you not, Auschwitz style, gases everybody. Poisonous gas is pumped into the room, killing everybody. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember reading that and being like, oh my gosh, dude, like, that is so gauche. Like, I get, like, and I've thought about it too. Like, I write stories and stuff, and, you know, they can be real edgy and stuff, but there's just something about that was like, it was just gauche. It's like, dude, that was like, when was World War II? That was like, it ended somewhere in the 40s. So, like, let's 45. See, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's basically 70 years ago. And yeah, I said, like, 70 years ago is not like 100 years ago or something like that. But, like, that was still, like, there are still some people around who, you know, they were in they survived the Holocaust. And in general, like, there's just
no, it's really insensitive, and, like, I don't know. It would be one thing if it's like he's trying to make a clear point that, like, oh dang, things are getting real here, and that these characters, and like, maybe trying to draw, like, a real comparison. If he had some kind of actual point, it sounds more like he just wanted to do something visually edgy, like, whoa. Yeah. It's like, oh, he was just trying to push boundaries without any kind of point. Like, obviously you can do things. Like, people have made serious movies about the Holocaust, and they've, you know, built on and shown the atrocity of that kind of thing. But when you're going to you're going to have this scene, and you're going to, presumably it's very dark, and you get shocked by the end of it. Right. And then what's the uplifting message by the end of it when they meet Montanui? It's not that, oh, like, all this was for a point, like, there's like a real cancer, the Hero Factory, which is so stupid. The fact that all this seriousness, all this serious storytelling, all these edgy ideas revolves around Bionicle versus Hero Factory, that is so stupid to me. But more than that, the fact that the message we ultimately take away from, like, who's supposed to be the good guy God character is that, oh yeah, well, I guess it doesn't matter because, you know, kids are just designed to replace their parents anyway. Right. There's no love and care in that kind of relationship. There's nothing. It sounds like the guy just didn't have any kind of sense of, like, themes and to making an actually interesting story with, or using dark moments and dark scenes to actually communicate either something that you can learn from. Because what kind of lesson, or if you're not going to have a lesson related to all that kind of dark imagery, then what's the point? You might as well just have the Matoran all get killed and be like, oh no, this is really sad. Like, you don't need to go into that kind of visual detail unless you have some very obvious parallel you're trying to draw. And it does not sound like you did.
Yeah, I was, IDS and I were talking about some of it and how it's, it's shock factor. And I like, after my conversation with them, I basically equated it. I thought about it and I equated it to this. Okay, shock factor is not like, that's all it is. It's boo. It's in your face. Okay,
like jump scares
comes down to anybody can whip out his prick and piss on an infant. Okay, that's shock factor. Anybody can do shock factor. Anybody can do that. So if you're relying on shock factor to make this so deep point, that might be the first sign that you don't have a point to share in the first place. Okay. So again, I don't have a problem with people like making God like, okay, maybe God is some sort of an like, I don't know. But like just going around and just completely bashing religion. Well, okay, maybe that's a bit of a contradiction. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the entire way that he went about it. Okay, criticize religion. Yes. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, they have all done horrible things in their time. But because you are focusing so intently on the evil side of those groups, you are completely ignoring the good people that are in those groups. Think what you will on whether God is real or not, or if he's good or not, so on and so forth. There are people in this world that are religious and they legitimately want to help people. I showed IDS on Skype. I found a photo. I think it was somewhere, it was in Egypt, and it showed an image of Muslims. They're kneeling down and they're praying in the morning. Surrounding them, Christians have surrounded them, holding their arms together, shielding, protecting Muslims while they pray. And then, like later, it shows like a Christian church, like a cathedral in Egypt, and surrounding the entire church are Muslims protecting the Christians while they pray. And like, because you are so focused on crusades and 9/11 and all these things that, religious extremists have done, you're ignoring the beautiful side that people do in terms of religion. Okay, literally Muslims guarding Christians and Christians guarding Muslims. Okay, like that, you cannot look me in the eye and tell me that those people are horrible and doing something wrong when they're doing it.
Well, that's part of Fenna just being a complete edgelord. Like, obviously, and that was another thing. I want to say someone was criticizing one of his videos, and they brought up something, or somewhere along the line, God was brought up, and the fact that he's a Christian. He was like, why would I ever take criticism from someone who believes something like that? Obviously, there's no God. So, like, there's obviously such a lack of respect for other people. And I think that's mostly what it comes down to. He didn't know how to treat the people helping him on this project. And he didn't know how to take criticism and how to actually, he obviously doesn't have the kind of mindset to write a thoughtful story. He was clearly more just interested in writing something that is edgy to him, interesting and edgy to him. And so, obviously then it just fell apart, and presumably him doing videos the way he does now with just short garbage things where he's just playing around with furry characters and having them say swear words. Presumably that's probably more fulfilling to him anyway. So yeah, it's probably for the best that he's never going to make this movie. But there is a part of me that wonders what it would have been like if he actually got that finished. And
yeah,
hilarious, like the idea that you would have said all that stuff and the Motunui speech is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
I feel I already gave too much to the guy because like after that whole Auschwitz scene, right after that, one of the bad guys, one of the Hero Factory guys, if I recall correctly, like he's doing this whole monologue while the Matoran are being gassed, and he's going through like kind of a stereotypical evil Christian type deal, you know. We're gonna like burn all these freaking heathens in the name of our Lord and Savior, and so on and so forth. I kid you not, it was along those lines. And then, oh my gosh, I was telling IDS this like a couple months ago when I first discovered that Fennah had canceled his project. Basically, to save the day. Well, first of all, you know the candy cane hair chick? She, spoiler alert, she dies in this conflict. She's gonna be like martyred. Yeah. So fanatic, the fanatical religious guy kills her, and it looks like everybody's gonna die, this, that, and the other. Well, oh my gosh. Out of nowhere, because there are Rakshi everywhere, all of a sudden something's shooting down the Rakshi, this, that, and the other, blowing stuff up. Gunships come in. Okay, gunships come in, blowing all the bad guys up. The doors open, and I kid you not, Lee Khan is there, Master Yoda style, being like, all right, you know, he literally took a scene from the Clone Wars, from Attack of the Clones, and put it in his freaking film. I kid you not. It was straight from Attack of the Clones. They're in this big like field or something. It looks like they're going to lose, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of gunships come in, extract everybody, get the hell out.
Good to know.
It was great from Attack of the Clones. Yeah,
good to know that he's ripping off great stuff too.
I know, right? But after that whole bit, you know, Lee Khan, one of the rebel Hero Factory characters, starts asking Lee Khan some stuff about what he thinks of Motunui. And Lee Khan goes on the whole, when I was going through trouble, I prayed to Motunui, but my friends and family were still dying, this, that, and the other. So, you know, he's basically going on about how Motunui like doesn't exist or is an asshole or something. And he's basically talking about atheism. Not talking about it. He's like advertising it almost. It's like, okay, so you're bashing religion as a whole, and then you're portraying atheism as like this group of cold-hearted pricks.
Yeah, like, who is the hero here?
Right. And I remember very clearly that Lee Khan, he eventually summed up his whole thing with like, every day here on out, I spit in the name of Motunui, this, that, and the other. And I can remember thinking just like, dude, you're an atheist. Why are you spitting in the name of an entity that you don't believe exists? That completely defeats the point of being an atheist. It was that part of the script. I was like, okay, I've had enough. I can't do it anymore. Like you are portraying so many groups in ways that they're not. Like I have atheist friends. And I told them about this project, and they're like, this guy is crazy. All right. They did not like him.
It's become quite clear that he's just kind of he's a very interesting character. I mean, there's further controversy has followed him as far as his past. Apparently he was a part of some school that that Joshi video detailed that he was in some school, and apparently he stole assets from some of the people there, and so they don't like him. So anyway, Fennah's just a weird guy, and I think we've basically seen that he has no real sense of like solid storytelling, and he doesn't even know how to freaking propagandize right. If he can't even make the atheist characters likable, what are we supposed to root for? It's kind of hilarious though. I do find it kind of interesting. That's like the thing that we can give him the most of is that he has enough drive to actually make something. He made all the footage. He made all the footage that we saw, and there was a little bit of that. So presumably that there is a good chunk of that movie that existed, and so he does. And we've seen on his channel that he has done a lot of CGI stuff. So clearly he is adept at making it quickly, and that's something to praise him about. But as we said in a previous stream, if you don't have taste, right, then even you can be super talented and you're just going to churn out garbage. You need taste, and you also need people who around you who have taste. And clearly he's probably more of a working man than he is a storyteller.
Yeah,
and that movie looked like garbage.
Yeah, well, it is a shame because the guy, he obviously has something and he's wasting it. He's just being a complete ass about it. It's like, dude, you could help make some really cool projects if you could actually take constructive criticism, because that's the thing. It's like anybody who offered constructive criticism, he just got totally defensive. And I mean, as an artist, hey, I don't like hearing that there's something wrong with my thing, but that doesn't mean that I should just completely ignore them, because you have, in order to improve, you have to take criticism and based off that criticism, improve on your art, because nobody can do anything perfectly. And if he thinks that he can just self-teach him, like teach himself how to animate stuff, I don't buy that. I don't buy it. Okay, I think you can get really good, but getting to the point where you can just like just make your own business and stuff and be taken seriously, I don't know. That's rare. That's rare. And he does.
I don't know.
Yeah, I find it very unlikely.
He's got a furry thing going, so we'll see. We'll see if he ever impacts the Bionicle community again. But there's a decent chance that he'll probably never show his face around here again. And every time he does, he's probably just going to get scorned, because he's kind of outed himself as just kind of a doof. So yeah. Also, I apologize to all the people who have been like complaining about, hey, you're not even reading the comments. This isn't interesting. Well, we were in deep discussion, guys, because some slack, Jack. We're getting into a lot of interesting analysis and discussion. But yeah, to go back a little bit, let's see what some of the people were saying. There were some jokes about Callan being anti-IDS and all sorts of silly stuff. Wait, in the story, Montanui does exist. So does that mean he is portraying atheists as wrong?
That is a fantastic point. Who said that?
Oh yeah, good question. Arctic guy. He left that comment. And now he's probably not even still here, but that's funny. Yeah, I kind of lost trust in Fenna after hearing how you handled everything. Yeah, a lot of discussion about Fenna in here. I think he probably made the trailers just to get attention. Some people do think that the whole thing was a scam. He was just trying to get interest, because apparently he did have a Patreon. Some people, I have heard the idea that he could have just made the whole thing as a way of like getting people interested, but I seriously doubt it. He did a lot of animation, so I think he did genuinely have a vision, and he was just a bit of a goof.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm reading the comments now. I wasn't before, but Bionic Geo says, do you think that Fenna / Failsafe is going to become a meme in this community? I honestly hope not. I would rather he kind of just fade away into nothing in this community, because I mean, if you're gonna have a meme in a community, have it be at least funny, more funny than it is. Fenna was, to me personally, Fenna was just a mess. I very much regret getting on his project. He was just a mess.
Yeah, no. I think he's already like his moment after Revolution got canceled. Everyone was laughing about the script. I think his moment's already passed. So I guess we wish him luck with his furry stuff, because clearly he's doing better with that. Oh gosh, oh man, it is funny to think that I can feel like, oh, I'm pretty big in the Bionicle community, and then like all it takes is a bunch of crazy furries to boost him up to 56,000 subscribers. So
I know.
Good job, dude. Good job. You did something. Oh boy.
Well, at least he's out of the community, and Bionicle Revolution is in the dust.
No, I
another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that cover. That trailer drove me insane. That cover was so edgy.
See, and the bad thing is I like the song. So as Josh is playing the video, I have my eyes closed. I'm closing my eyes. I'm not watching the trailer. I'm just listening to the music. Like, yeah, another one bites the dust.
Oh no, I gotta disagree with it there. I prefer the original. That rendition felt so over glorified to me. I don't know, like the original is this kind of fun poppy jumping around thing, and then it's just all over. They slow it down. They go,
yeah, they get
one bites the dust.
Yeah, it is
so self-aggrandizing. It's the perfect comparison, really. That song is kind of what BIONICLE Revolution was, taking something that was clearly something different, and trying to make it self-important. So self-important and really, edgy in a way. Like, I think that sounds kind of edgy. Obviously, some people will like it. The music is very much a lot different. I feel like it's a lot harder to have a consistent criticism and consistent, scruples, I guess, for music than it is for storytelling, because you can kind of tell when a story doesn't work. Music, it jumps around a lot more because there's so many different things you can do. But as far as I don't know. I was starting to lose my train of thought, but yeah, basically, it's so edgy, so self-aggrandizing, so ridiculous. I did teach vocabulary, self-aggrandizing. That's the word. Look it up.
Yeah. So, hey, there's another vocabulary word, ladies and gentlemen. We're upping your vocabulary in this very.
All right, I have Leakon here. I built Leakon. Please have him. Please recite your speech. Remember, he said, "What did he say? Let's go. I will never speak in Matanui's name again."
Yeah. No. Here's one thing. Here's one thing I will give, because I'm looking at Leakon, and it sucks because Leakon is such a cool little character in the BIONICLE story, and now he's just this cold-hearted atheist. And the one line that I truly regret sending in to Fenna, because it's like I should have stopped there. Leakon is supposed to be the bad guy. And for one of his he's supposed to be the good guy. Sorry, Leakon's supposed to be the good guy. And in one of his trailers, Leakon is basically being real dramatic. And basically, the speech is violence is a tool of justice. It is what we turn to when the world abandons reason. And I can't. And when I was saying it, I'm like, so you're like approving terrorism, because that's the logic that a lot of terrorists use. Gee, the world is being unreasonable, so now I'm going to be violent to change it.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that, but that's a very good point. Wow.
Yeah. Pot kettle, I think.
Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a long thing. Oh boy. Well, I don't think we'll ever touch on Fennah again. He's a goof.
Yeah.
But at least
on.
And as long as we learn from the mistakes of others, because hopefully next time you guys see someone coming in with like a giant movie idea, be like, all right, let's see the script first.
Exactly.
I think that I especially with the initial trailer, I totally get a lot of the intrigue. But something that really pains me about the fact that he took all those videos down is all the comments of those poor, blissfully unaware people who were saying, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I am so happy you're doing this. Yeah. I'm so excited." It's like, it's so funny that those poor people had no idea what he was actually working on.
Yeah. It truly was sad. I think IDS actually mentioned that he's like, all these trailers, they do not imply what you're telling me is in a script. So all these people are going to be completely blindsided when this movie comes out. So
yeah, I know. There is almost a shame in the fact that that he didn't just drop it one day, and everyone who saw it would be like, "Here it is! It's finally here!" and then just be like shocked at what they were seeing. I just want to see them. Oh my gosh. There's a part of me that wishes that he finished that terrible, awful, stupid sounding scene with the gas chamber scene. That's
I
so
know.
stupid.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Real quick, Zendor Dawnburst asks, who's all watching Joe Cool's project Bionicle Mask of Power? I have no idea what that is.
Oh, I can actually tell you a little bit about that. That's a Bionicle fan project gone right, from what I can see, because the guy has basically constructed. I believe he's using not Unity. He's using some Unreal Engine, something, and he's basically constructed his own version of what the original Bionicle game was going to be before they turned it into the Bionicle game that we actually got. I'm seeing the whole conversation about Fennah. But yeah, so as far as that project goes, it's just a cool looking game so far. It's very half finished right now, but all the stuff they've set up so far, they basically created the island of Mata Nui that you can explore as any one of the 6 Toa. It's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, now that you tell me, I have actually seen that. I think that iBionicle actually did a stream on that. I saw a little bit.
He did,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. Unfortunately, it's very unfinished right now, but hopefully they'll stick to it and they'll actually have like a finished version of the game. And because what it really is missing right now is objectives and kind of a basic story, and something that I really hope, and I think they have the self-awareness to know. I hope that they don't actually get voice actors and they treat it kind of more like a MOC thing.
Yeah, it would be because
there's been discussion in their Discord, because they have a Discord for all the people working on the game where they can show each other stuff and get it going. I'm worried that they'll think it would be a good idea to do like voice actors. I can just imagine them getting bad ones.
Right. Yeah, I can. Well, yeah, voice acting would be a double-edged sword, because if it's good, it's awesome, and if it's bad, it just ruins the whole thing. I personally would not want them to get voice actors, not because I'm afraid they would get bad voice actors, but because it would just be a fantastic callback to like the first animations and the first bits of Bionicle media where it was just text. Like especially like the very first ones were like basically the speaking was like that sort of stuff.
And what's interesting is actually it turns out, because that original Bionicle game, somehow it leaked. Like they've now released it. Not released. It's not, obviously it's unfinished, but that original Bionicle game that was in the works that got converted into the basically the Mask of Light game.
Yeah.
There are now versions of that available online.
That's cool.
And they actually have cutscenes with like them doing kind of very weird ethereal voice noises while they're text speech, which is interesting. So maybe they could do something like that. But even that game, like golly, sounds like really kind of freaky. It's like it's kind of bizarre. And you'll have to look at some of those cutscenes. It's kind of funky.
Absolutely, man. I'm actually saving up for a PC. I've been a console peasant for years now, and I'm wanting to get over to the gaming master race. So I'm making like a wish list on Steam of games that I want to get, and I would be more than happy to download that freaking Bionicle game, because that's actually something that I've always wanted. Like I'm freaking 21 right now, and for the most part, I've outgrown Bionicle. I don't mock.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I've outgrown Bionicle.
Really? I would never guess that, given this stream.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I've outgrown Bionicle and such. But even to this day, if they released a Bionicle game that looked awesome, in that moment, I would be a dumb gamer and pre-order it. Okay, I would love a Bionicle game that was just badass. I would just love it. Because Bionicle, I've outgrown it, but Bionicle was such a big part of my childhood, and it will always have a place in my heart. I will be 90 freaking years old, and I will still have my mocs and my old Bionicles in my freaking attic. And just like at least have one fond memory of them before I die. So, you know, like Bionicle still has
there you go.
like a very firm place in my heart. And a video game would just tickle me to death. Not literally, but still.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be that would not be fun. A video game tickling you.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would look.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Allegedly, there was a Greek philosopher or some ancient Greek dude that died because he laughed so hard at his own joke. I think that's BS, but if it's not, that's impressive.
That is impressive. That's very impressive. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I'm getting some. Let's look at more some of the comments. You have Growlock has animation ideas for Great Furnace. Please feel free to share those. Just message me anywhere here on YouTube. Be Great Furnace. You can join the Discord. There's lots of places to message me. What would you think about a Bionicle movie about the underdog species of Bionicle, like those unnamed ones who didn't get that much spotlight in the canon, like more non-Toa heroes? A movie about that stuff? Interesting, but I feel like obviously this isn't the right time for that kind of thing, considering it's dead. Yeah, that's kind of why Monog was so great, because it sort of focused on the other side of things instead of playing as Batoa. We got to see
it was cool. I don't know, a movie about the underdogs. It would kind of depend on how they did it. Like like with anything. I think that it could garner some interest. Like, I mean, heck, Black Panther, nobody gave a crap about him for decades. And now that the MCU has given him his own movie, he's like blown everything else out of the water. So I think it could.
Yeah, it is interesting to think that, and I know it more has to do with the fact that it's all the characters they've used, but it is interesting to think that the character who's probably historically been more popular, Blade, as far as African American superhero equivalent goes, that as he got a movie first, of course, but ultimately Black Panther is the one that would become the worldwide phenomenon, despite having probably a more resonance with comic book readers historically.
I'm sorry, I just saw IDS's comment: White Panther starring Larry the Cable Guy.
Yes.
No. IDS. You want him to be White Tiger. Make him make White Tiger a male and make that atrocity. Like with starring Larry the Cable Guy.
It's got to be like one of those. They had like the Tooth Fairy movie. With they had that with The Rock, and then they had the sequel with Larry the Cable Guy. So it'll be just like the natural evolution.
Yeah, I saw the one with The Rock, and I it was cute and everything. I didn't touch the second one.
Yeah. I can't imagine why. It looks like such a classic.
No, the guy has so much class. Real quick, Harple 5047 asks, would you still get a Bionicle game if it was made by EA? You know, that's actually a good question, because EA, especially nowadays, has really been there's been a lot of controversy about EA. So yeah, but in all honesty, I think that my love for Bionicle would outweigh my distaste for EA. And I mean, unless they made the microtransactions mandatory, I think I would still buy it. So, microtransactions
Bionicle supersedes all. Bionicle brand loyalty supersedes all. I mean, seriously, I bought a lot of, as much as I disliked a lot of the 2015 sets, I bought a good chunk of them. Thankfully, I had the gumption not to buy the villains, any of the villains. They were like, if I'm gonna stick to my brand loyalty, I'm gonna be consistent. I'll buy the characters I know. I'm gonna stick to the characters I know. The ones who just suck, I don't need them. I did get the Lord of Skull Spiders though. Umarok I did get though, because he actually was a good set. Umarok's probably the best set of 20.
Yeah, he was pretty cool, and I actually I think IDS and I were actually talking about some stuff. Which IDS here asks, would you get a Bionicle game if it was made by Traveler's Tales? You know, one could argue that the game story-wise would be millions times better if it was made by Traveler's Tales than EA, because that Battlefront 2 story, wasn't impressive. So yeah, I think Traveler's Tales would actually do a much better job, at least story-wise. Obviously story-wise than gameplay-wise. I would still get it probably. but yeah. So yeah, with the brands, that is kind of a downfall. Like we were talking about how people were just loving G2 and they totally got into it and things like that. And then I can't speak for IDS or you, Callan, but here I am just being like, well, I would totally get Bionicle if it was made by EA, a horrible company, because it's Bionicle. If it were made by
and there is definitely a layer to that. There's a line that's crossed for me at some point, and 2016 was where I was kind of like, okay, I can't buy all the Toho like I did last year, but I had to give it this. I did give it the shot. I bought all 6 of the 2015 Toho, and I bought all the protectors too, just to be able to do stuff with them. It's not like it was silly.
The freaking protectors, man. The fact that they didn't have names for like 6 months is a joke in of itself. It's like, you cannot. My gosh, like they should have it.
Yeah, it would be one thing. It would be one thing if it's like, oh, we're just this is just stock line. Of course, Protector of Fire, whatever, just random. Yeah. If it was any name other than Bionicle, but they even planned, because they did have books, and the writer had to be like, oh, what do I call these characters? The fact that they even had to be like, with a brand like Bionicle that's been so built on story, the fact that the writer had to go to Lego and ask, what do I call these characters, is ridiculous. It's very, very silly.
Yeah, because
who's the water character you're building? I do not know. I'm just kind of I bought a bunch of pieces off this website recently, and now I'm just trying to figure out what to do with them all. So I thought I'm messing around with like some of these pieces from Holly Nika, but I don't have all the pieces of Holly Nika, so I'm just seeing what I can do here. But anyway, please continue. The improved protector of water, Stacy.
Yeah, that's it. Idea. Doom joke right there. He made a thing. he made a little meme where he was like, "What are the names of the protectors of the protectors?" Steve, Stacy.
There you go. Yep. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Lego, why you do this to us? Ah! Oh dear, I almost lost my balance. Ugh. Here, but now she has feet. It is kind of cool to see the feet like all blue like this with the light blue ones. I've never been able to properly utilize those on anything other than just Kina.
Yeah.
Kina.
Yeah. Kina was.
Would you get a Fennah game?
Yeah. You get to play. You get to play as Fenna in the world that is, just like edgy.
Who do you want to play as? Oh, it doesn't matter. You're a terrible person either way, no matter which character you choose. It is funny to think like, oh yeah, most games, well, not most games, but there are certain games where you can play as the main character, but you can take the hero route or the villain route. No, you're just gonna be a bad character either way.
Yeah,
there's no moral character here. There's no high road. You're just gonna be bad. It's fine. Is it the Protector of Watermail? Is it Fenna Mail? Would Shadow the Hedgehog be in the Fenna game? Probably. He would be a Bionicle character. His name would be Takua or something. But he would look like Shadow the Hedgehog.
That's actually a fantastic freaking question, because I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know the Shadow the Hedgehog game that came out in like 2006? Did you see that?
I'm not familiar with it. I know about Sonic 06, but I do not know about the
Well, maybe maybe it was a different year that it came out. But yeah, basically Sega went an edgy route. They were trying to like do some sort of weird reboot with Shadow. Dude, you need to look at the intro to this game, the cinematic intro. It is hysterical because there are like all these explosions and stuff, and there's Shadow there, and then all of a sudden he's like silhouetted and he just gets out like 2 Uzis. He's dual wielding Uzis and is just shooting up all of these people. Like, it was so stupid. It was so
I think I might
stupid.
get that video once. Oh my gosh, that does sound really bad.
Yeah, it was absolutely hysterical.
You get to play as Fennah and talk to furries and make pentagrams and ruin fandoms. Ruin the Bionicle fandom? I don't know. I don't think
you play. Listen, you play as Shadow, you know, but you a romantic relationship with Fenna, Mass Effect style, with a furry twist.
Oh gosh, can you just imagine if someone went to Fennah like, you're going to be the idea guy behind the sequel to Mass Effect Andromeda. How much worse could that game get? I can just imagine the kind of disaster.
I've actually been playing through my my cousin and I. We have Xbox, and we're doing the thing where like we can share one another's games. And he got EA access and downloaded Mass Effect Andromeda, and I went ahead and risked going in. And so far, I haven't gotten through the very opening of the game. I'm enjoying the combat. Can't say enough about the story itself. Some of the characters definitely seem off in this. Well, not off, just like Liam. He's the he's supposed to be the cop. He's kind of like the poster boy sidekick of Ryder or whatever. And like some part, like they first crash through on the game on the planet with all the bad guys, and one of their guys gets hit, and it was just a weird, or he gets killed basically. One of the Pathfinders gets killed, and then there was this like assault from the bad aliens. The what the hell were they? The Krell? I can't remember what the heck they were. But yeah, like they kill him, and Liam just comes in and starts laying into a dead body, and one of the guys is like, "Listen, calm down." And he's like, "I know, but they killed Kirkland or whatever." And my guy's like, "Yeah, but this isn't the time to lose your cool." And like immediately upon cutting back to Liam, he turns, shoots it again, and says, "Now I feel better." That scene felt so weird and disjointed. It felt very try-hard. It felt very try-hard to make him like a buff sort of character. Like, you can have buff humor work, but it did not work there. Not for me anyway.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's yeah. I haven't heard good things about Andromeda, so I don't know if it's gonna get. If it's going to leave a very impactful place in history.
Sorry, what was that? I was reading a comment. I can't do 2 things at once.
I said I don't think Andromeda is going to be remembered very well.
No, it's not. It wasn't. It did not come. Heck, it wasn't in good standing before it was released. Okay, people were already tearing it apart before it was released, and boy, did it. Whew, it got torn apart. And the thing is, well, I've actually had some extensive conversations about Andromeda with IDS, because IDS is a serious he's a Mass Effect fanboy, and so he was one who was
get back in here. We'll talk about Mass Effect for 45 minutes, because I have no stake in Mass Effect.
I played everything. Part of the first game. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying that I have you two would get along together on that one, because I unfortunately I know a little bit about Andromeda only by how bad it is, but everything I know about Mass Effect is from what IDS has told me, because I never played it. But it always looked like a fun game, just kind of something I never really got into. But yeah, oh boy, I know that 3 left people triggered, so. The 4th one, it seemed like Andromeda was gonna kind of be screwed from the start, as far as what is this one gonna be? Is it gonna be good?
Well,
no, it's not.
Well, I mean, they had how many years? Like 5 years to make the game, and it was like they were given such a fantastic out. Okay, it's a completely different story that has nothing to do with the original 3 games, which granted can kind of can turn people off, because they're like, oh, all the stuff that I did in the last 3 games now means nothing here. yes, that's a downside. But the upside is that, you know, that Andromeda wasn't tied to some of the BS that was in the first 3 games. They could have done what Ubisoft did with the newest Assassin's Creed game. Ubisoft, instead of continuing to go farther and farther into history, you know, like, because Syndicate was like in the 1800s, and I can remember being like, so are we going to be in like World War One next? Like, what are we doing? And then Ubisoft is like, oh yeah, we're going to go back in time before any of the Assassin's Creed games to like ancient Egypt and stuff, where the rules were different and stuff. And no, it actually worked out because they weren't tied to some of the same BS that were in the earlier games. So they actually, from what I understand, Assassin's Creed Origins, that's the name of the newest game. I believe it has done well, and part of that is because they gave themselves an out. They kind of cut away from the earlier games that, you know, were kind of getting, you know, it was kind of getting tangled up. They were kind of tripping over one another, I believe, and that's what freaking BioWare Montreal, they had that. They freaking had that. They had Andromeda. They're a brand new galaxy, brand new characters. Like you basically start from scratch with a few reference points. All right,
True, but at the same time, from what I've heard, like the whole freaking I don't remember what the names are, but there's basically one evil force that's basically the main sense of tension in all the universe, and you're going to deflate that tension a lot if there's a place you can go in the galaxy that won't affect that isn't affected by those bad guys.
Right, yeah, that's the Reapers. Yeah, I know you're talking about the Reapers.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't. Oh man, I can't say for certain because I never played the second or third game. I've gotten like 2/3 of the way through the first game. And that's really all I know. But yeah, you do bring up a great point that, you know, because the Reapers were supposed to like wipe out all life in the freaking galaxy every couple millennium. And but I don't know, IDS, were they actually like, okay, spoiler alert. IDS, were the Reapers actually stopped in Mass Effect 3? Is that why Andromeda and all the other races can still exist? Or did they kind of succeed? How did that go?
We'll see if he answers in the comments, or or if he's trying to get back in. Unfortunately, he's having issues. This stream didn't go exactly as we intended, but we've been having a gay old time.
I get to watch nice classic Bionicles being
ruined by a weirdo out of touch, all sorts of fun stuff.
Hey, you know what? You do you, bruh. You do you. What are you doing? That's
this was something that I kind of was messing around with recently. It's this kind of, I don't know.
Is that a
kind of a small drag?
Is that a chibi Nirok? What was the bird that carried Draga Duma around?
Oh, Nivok.
Nivok. Yeah, he looks like a chibi.
That wasn't the original idea, but he does look kind of like it could be a kind of a bird head. I was thinking more of kind of a dragon-y thing, like not as much of fire breathing. It's more just a shapely kind of head. All
right. Well, according to IDS, Andromeda doesn't make any sense. Their out is BS. But if they were gonna do the BS, they could have at least taken advantage of it.
Yeah, because that's what I think he said to me. Wait. I guess when I ejected IDS, it somehow won't let him get back in. That's dumb.
Oh well, aren't you a
Yeah, I know. I am. I done goofed. Oh well. Well, it's fine. We don't need him. He's useless.
Yeah, we're getting along fine without our prophet IDS.
I know. All this talk about him being he's the one who grounds us, and he's not even here because I ruined him. I know. He was threatening my religion.
Yeah.
He was a threat.
I would. Hey,
And now
man,
it's
I
time
would
to push
totally.
it.
I would follow IDS. I would follow the Prophet IDS.
Oh yeah, man.
There's some good shit in that one.
Oh boy. Oh man. I don't know, Dragon Dude. Oh, I wish I had more black parts around me. That's the thing. I bought all these pieces, and now a lot of them are like stuff that I don't mock as much with anymore. So I'm sort of sorting through them, but so much cool stuff that I just got and I paid a lot of money for. Oh boy. I guess I might as well talk a little bit about some of what I also bought recently. It was a bad mistake.
But they make
I bought the Millennium Falcon Ultimate Collector's Edition.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Yeah.
Wait. Isn't that the gigantic Lego Millennium Falcon? What is it again? Oh.
Yes, it is. It's
Collector's Edition. I gotta see this, man. I gotta see this. Holy crap! What thing is that? Holy crap! I could live inside of that.
I know. It's so stupid. It's one of the dumbest things that Lego's ever designed. As far as like for practicality, it's like, where are you gonna put that? Even like all these some of the people who've bought it. That's the thing. They released that set in I want to say September. They had an early release of it. I want to say in October or September for people who are part of VIP. Immediately went out of stock. They tried getting them back in stock over the next few months. I think it briefly went back in stock, but then it was out of stock again. And only just like in the past week, they finally got it back in stock again. So basically, it's been very hard to get from its release date till now, March of the following year, which is a lot of demand, especially for something so crazy. And I'm seeing people who have bought it. I'm like, where are you going to put that thing? It's a very fun looking thing to, to do as like a big long-term building project. But once you have it finished, what the heck are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
And I know it's funny that it's funny that I'm asking these questions since I bought it, but I do have a reason for buying it. It's because I'm not going to open it.
Because you're still trying to figure out that answer. So really, when you say that, you're asking yourself that. You're not asking them. You're asking yourself.
I'm actually not, because I know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it in a closet and I'm not going to take it out of the box, and I'm just going to leave it there. Hey, I'm not even kidding.
That's a good idea, because if you wait a couple decades, that thing will be worth so much.
That's the thing. I don't even think I have to wait decades. Give it 6 years, maybe. That thing might be worth at least $3 or $4 grand. We'll see. It could be less. So I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. But
tricky.
And it'll be hilarious if I ended up buying it and then I end up just making the same thing because it's a little more expensive. But it would be really dumb if I'm hoping I can at least double it, because that way it'd seem like I didn't get beat by inflation. So
right.
But we'll see, because we'll see how long Lego keeps it around. I imagine that they're not going to keep it around as long as their Death Star. Because, like, I just imagine the shipping costs of that thing have to be a huge pain in the butt. I looked at the options. Obviously, if you buy anything over $100 at Lego.com, you get free shipping. I think it might be $50 actually. But either way, I could upgrade for Express. I could pay $80 to get it shipped, or if I wanted to get it in 2 days, $120. So,
oh my gosh, dude, just be patient. Just be patient, man.
No, I know. That's the thing. I wouldn't do that, but it's just that's the thing, though. Shipping for something like that is so big. Obviously, the base level that Lego has to pay just for having their deal of of free shipping.
Yeah.
It's still probably like $40. And so I imagine they don't appreciate having to send that out a lot. So I've got my fingers crossed that they're going to kill that set in the next 2-3 years, and that way give it 4 or 5 years. People who missed out on it are going to be wanting it, and they'll pay through the nose to get it. That's my
Right,
bet.
yeah.
That's my investment decision. I don't know if it's going to pay out, but we will see because I'm crazy. And that's what being an adult is. And being an adult is investing in Lego.
Yeah. Hey, man, like that's where the life is. That's where I hear the life is. I mean, I'm not in that life and I'm miserable. Like I broke away from Lego. You know, I lost my faith in Bionicle and stuff. I lost my faith, aka outgrew it. And like I've just been down in the dumps ever since, you know. Like
you lost your faith when you
seriously.
found out Bionicle was when you found out Madanui was a cynical, disgusting monster who
like that just ripped that made me rip out, put them on the bottom of my feet and made me dance, and I cried the whole way through.
Sick.
I just
fuck.
Whoa. Bro,
sick.
How you doing there, IDS?
Hey.
You fucking cunt. I had to go counts to get back in here, you dirty shit. Why did you kick me?
Uh-oh. Well, you know, you just seemed like your big caboose was just sticking right out there, and I thought, give it a good whack.
You turd of a man. You puny man.
Oh,
the prophet has spoken.
You little
gremlin. Buzz Aldrin. Fuck you.
Well, what? You disrespecting our astronauts?
I love Buzz Aldrin. I told you. Buzz Aldrin is
one of my favorite voice actor in Mass Effect 3.
Buzz Aldrin. Astronauts are the biggest heroes of planet Earth.
Unless you're the Flat Earth Society, and then they're just a bunch of liars.
Flat Earth Societies are the biggest cunts on Earth. All right after anti-vaxxers. Anti-vaxxers are top of the list. Scum of the earth.
Okay.
Like why?
I saw a
why couldn't Fenna make a movie belittling anti-vaxxers? Like tackle some people to be knocked down a few pegs.
Dude, let's just give them ideas. Just be like, yo, you could get your furries and make fun of Flat Earth.
Let's rewrite let's rewrite the Revolution script where Lee Khan says, "I spit on Jim Carrey's name for being an anti-vaxxer." Okay.
Yes. We got to get this whole script planned out. Okay, so who's the star of the script?
Basically, Lee Khan is Lee Khan is in Tom Lee Khan is in Tom Metru stewing with Duma, right? And then on his big screens, Duma's announcing that Madanui is giving Matoran autism, right? And then
this sounds great.
Obviously, Lee Khan is just like, that's some bullshit. We don't want to get biomechanical polio. Like, what are you talking about? So, obviously, that triggers the story to go on, and I don't know how the Hero Factory factor in.
The Hero Factory are they pushing for anti-vaccinations? Presumably,
I don't know. I don't know why Hero Factory would even factor into the story, even in the original Revolution. So let's say the Hero Factory can be the Flat Earth Society. Like, let's just make it a double whammy thing.
Yeah, perfect. Hero Factory just believes, okay, look, we shoot spaceships out to help other planets all the time. We have we went and sent our freaking people to dress up as lions to fight the savage flat planet. But no,
Savage Planet is just a planet full of hype beasts and like 12-year-olds going, "Oh, savage!"
Disgusting. Does Adam Savage or Randy Savage, do they live there?
Oh, of course, of course.
Disgusting mongrels.
Where else would they be? They're the ones who named the planet, dumbass. Who do you think?
Yeah.
Just Savage Planet.
Oh my gosh, such an exciting.
Whoa! Wait! Bionic Geo says the red and white character in Revolution is Prydak's daughter in the script. Is that actually true?
What?
Is that actually true?
No.
Bionic Geo, are you pulling our legs right now? Are you pulling our legs?
I wouldn't. Why would he lie?
I thought she
yeah.
wasn't at
Like
first.
Zendor is bringing up that Fennah himself said that freaking Rewire isn't even a Bionicle. Like,
Whoa.
That could have been the big twist.
Whoa. Whoa.
so does that mean Prydak isn't a Bionicle either?
No, he was.
Who's the
he was
mom?
undercover.
Whoa.
Oh my
George
God.
Lopez.
Ooh.
If that's true,
it's like- maybe
then
it's
I
like-
don't
it's like a
understand.
Mr.
Like,
Krabs. Maybe it's like a Mr.
I
Krabs
don't know.
and
I don't
Pearl
understand how the
situation.
movie got canceled if Rewire was secretly Prydak's daughter.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Wait, IDS, what were we saying?
I was gonna say maybe it's like a Mr. Krabs and Pearl deal where
Oh yeah. Gross.
Oh my
that's in the
God.
script. And now all I can think of is that stupid cringy Prydak and his wife.
Oh, dude.
Bad piece of art that
Oh,
says
yeah, that
now
meme.
our
Oh,
kid
I
is a
hate that
privet.
Privet, gross. Oh, we gotta find that.
So
or something.
Bionic Geo says no. In the reading of the script, she says, "Say hi to mom for me," to Prydak. Oh my gosh.
I gotta say, I quite like the verbiage. Christ on a cross. I just scanned the script and Prydak is her father. I like that. Christ on a cross.
Like I remember that dumb comic of and maybe it's the one you already mentioned before. Again, I was reading a comment, so I can't do two things at once. There's a comic of Prydak with a female version of Prydak, and
That's the one, and they have a kid, and it's like,
Yeah.
great, now our
Oh,
kid's a
gross.
privet. It's like pervert, but badly spelled.
right,
It's so
yeah,
funny.
it's like grabbing his mom's boob or something.
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
oh my gosh, that's what got it. So Rewire is a pervert who is possibly a lesbian because she was really after her mom's boob.
So wait, I'm
Oh,
confused.
no.
Rewire sounds like a Transformers character. Who the fuck is Rewire?
She's the candy cane character.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what he named her.
Idiot.
He named her Rewire. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I didn't get that part of the script. I didn't get that part of the script.
well, he's a retard. I mean, like, what?
Oh my gosh. They're like, oh no. Let's not get too far back into Fenna. We spent like an hour talking about him. Let's just move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I came back
We've
like
grown up strong. It's time to undo wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh. So
back in the back.
let's talk about how would AIDS play into the Bionicle Revolution
Talk about how
script?
Elysium is perhaps the greatest.
Let's
movie.
move away from Fenna. So how about Bionicle Revolution?
Let's talk about how Elysium is probably the best movie ever.
And why was
created.
that?
I've never seen it, but I'm just gonna throw that out there as a talking point.
Well, it was directed by the guy who did what's it called? The movie District 9. And then he also did Chappie. So
Those fucking prawns.
I still haven't seen District 9. I need to see that one.
You need District 9 is great. It's a great movie.
Man, I remember the
Great
previews to
gore.
that. I remember the previews to that, and I can remember just being wholeheartedly creeped out by the whole thing just from the previews.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I recommend it. The whole reason why everyone looks down on that guy's career is because none of his movies have matched up to District 9.
Oh.
And I think Chappie did poorly, so he hasn't directed
That's the
movies
thing.
since.
Because every single one of his movies is kind of like dystopian sci-fi, which is kind of grounded in reality. Everyone's expecting it to be the next District 9, and it never is. So that's why his movies always get kind of shat on.
Yeah, poor guy. I can't even remember his name right now.
He was gonna do
He was
Alien,
actually-
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was going to do an Aliens sequel.
Then they made whatever the new one was.
He was just basically going to make Aliens 2, and by that I mean the James Cameron movie, basically another one of that, because he was going to bring back the characters in that movie. But then apparently that never made the production probably Chappie came out and they're like, yeah, we're not making this movie.
Right.
Chappie.
Chappie.
Apparently, Chappie is about weird mongoloids teaching a baby robot not to be like a terrible person.
Excuse me, it has Hugh Jackman and Die Antwoord in, so
Gosh. Yeah, basically. What more could you want from a movie than Die Antwoord?
yeah.
I want Bingzak to be in the next movie directed by that guy.
I want Bing to be in the next one, yeah.
When is Bing going to replace Google?
Tomorrow.
Hopefully very soon.
Also, someone brought more up the Bayformers. After Bumblebee, they're rebooting it. So
yeah, get hype. So get it. Oh man, where do they even have to go from there? Like, why end with Bumblebee? Is John Cena just gonna end the movie? Be like, Bumblebee, you're a great guy. Gotta go now. The end. That's the end of the Transformers franchise.
Autobots. That's it. That's
just gonna be the ending. Autobots.
The movie just Autobots, and then like Bumblebee reneges on his battle in the last movie and joins the Nazis this time.
Yes, that would be epic.
But then Optimus has to put him down.
Bumblebee's mission in the next one: stop the Watch from killing Hitler.
Bumblebee, you've gone too far this time.
I watched the first 4 Transformers movies. The first one is my favorite. Second one is okay. The third one is meh.
The second one is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
dude, the fourth.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Listen, the fourth one is like, okay. Anybody? I think there was somebody who said, unless they were being sarcastic, said that they liked the fourth one. You are entitled to your opinion. You continue to like the fourth one. Me, I freaking hated it. The only thing that I liked about Transformers 4 was when they go in and find the dinosaur Transformers, and like Optimus is like, he gets them to help him, and then they transform into dinosaurs, and there's the Japanese stereotype Transformer that's like, oh, I thought he was going to turn into a car or something like that. That was the only part of the entire movie that I liked.
The only bit of part 4 that I liked is that shot of Lockdown walking down that deserted road with the thing behind him. That shot looks cool. The way I ranked them is the first movie, the third movie, the fifth movie, the fourth movie, the second movie.
Really? I thought there was a little less hate for the fourth one, or was it the third one and the fifth one that you didn't mind as much?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's the third and the fifth. Like, I don't.
Okay.
But I can't stand the second one. I feel bad watching it.
Yeah, no, it's oh man, like I saw that one in the theater with my my father and my brother and cousin, and on the way back home, my dad was like, "Yeah, talking about the movie was so stupid."
So as you guys were heading out, your father, your cousin. Boys' night out, guys. Let's go watch some Transformers.
Yeah, I know. It was literally that was the thinking.
Let's leave the broads at home, guys.
Yeah. But what's even uglier than oh no. Now I lost it. My bad. But something with the Transformers 2 when I saw it. No. I was going to say that.
What is that line? We're directly under enemy scrotum or whatever. Even though.
Oh, that was the moment Fenna was born, I think.
that and when Master Yoda showed up in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, that like triggered an awakening in him. I have to make this myself.
Yeah. See, when it came to the second movie, right? Me and my 83rd cousin, we like camped out like opening night to see it. I dressed up as Bumbleshmee. It was like a big thing, and I was so disappointed. I was just like, "Bae, why have you done this to me?"
Weird. What happened to Bumbleshmee's?
That is the best thing ever.
What happened to Bumblebee? What happened to Bumbleshmee's ghost pregnancy? Didn't she have
basically Optimus goes back to his hut and sees the charred remains of Bumbleshmee.
And then Optimus goes to the Decepticon camp and just murders everyone with his his star saber.
No. That was the Witwickies camp. Eventually he goes and joins the Decepticons because the Autobots pissed him off because they wouldn't let him on the council.
Oh gosh!
So then his eyes turn purple, and now that automatically makes him Nemesis Prime.
Oh, and it's part of his face is like red instead of the blue. So it's
because the woman creator like slapped him. That's literally what happened. She
just slapped him in the face.
She basically slaps him, and it kind of leaves that mark, and then he becomes Necromancer Prime.
Oh, nice. Oh, it sounds like a great story. Wait a second. So are we saying that in the Bumblebee spin-off movie, Optimus just like
Bumblebee's Transformers Dark of my Anus. It's coming out soon.
Dark of my anus. But how does that work? Do we see like that, because there's so many moving parts on a Transformer? Do we see how like there's a society inside the Transformers? Yeah. And do we have like a built-up? Do we have a built?
And there's that other show, the GoBots or whatever, that Transformers ripped off in there.
Yeah, classic. So much good stuff. So much other source material. So why does the world suck? I was wanting to mention this earlier to Aagerds.
Yeah.
And IDS. I think we can both agree on this. Everything we love is being destroyed. Everything. Everything sucks now.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Star Wars. Yeah. Murder. Any love I had for Star Wars.
My will to live dead.
Well, okay, all right. I'll admit I do enjoy some of the newer Star Wars movies. The last one that came out was not. I liked it. No, I
didn't hate it either. I'm more just frustrated that like now I have no excitement for the next one. I feel defeated, and I don't. And it's more the fact that it's not the fact that the Force Awakens and Last Jedi were disastrous, terrible movies. It's the fact that they're so different from one another. It's very clear that Disney doesn't have a solid plan, and that they're not really trying to do stuff that's actually for the best of Star Wars. They're just hiring directors and just hoping that things turn out well, and that's not good. That doesn't bode well for the future, because it means they're just going to make more and more crap. I'm just worried that things are going to get really, really bad. Right now, they're just kind of bad, and bad romance. Lady Gaga is going to be on the next Star Wars soundtrack because John Williams is going to die.
See, the Force Awakens I disliked because it was basically just a revision of A New Hope. That's all it was, really. And then I liked The Last Jedi. It had some nice little twists. Mark Hamill stole the show. I love that guy. It had its faults, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's more or less. I can more or less agree with that. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't have any excitement for the next one now because of how that one ended. Because now, like all the original characters that we are more attached to, they don't really carry over. Yeah. And all of the new characters haven't been developed well together. Some of them are okay. They're all like you don't feel like the sense of camaraderie that you did with Luke, Leia, and Han. So now it's like, I don't care about these characters.
Yeah, because they're not working together like Luke, Leia, and Han. Freaking Finn, Rey has been gone for like a movie.
The whole last movie.
Now. Finn
barely even interacted with freaking Poe in this new one, so we don't even have a good dynamic there. So
Why is Poe in the main three? He was in like 10 minutes the first movie.
I know, but that was the implication.
I was wondering too. I thought he was just like a unique pilot that was more of a side character. I don't even know why he was a big deal in the first one.
I think the main reason why I include him in those three is because he's the one who blows up the 4th Death Star. So,
dude.
So in a way, he's the spiritual Luke. Like in a small way, he's the spiritual Luke successor.
Well, that doesn't even make any sense because it's supposed to be Rey that has that.
I know, but they needed to spread things out to make things a little different. They need to spread out all the character.
Well, that kind of just makes it a jumbled mess, though. Like,
because that's the thing. That's why I'm not excited for episode 9. Because characters that we liked from before aren't carrying over, or they can't really carry over because Carrie Fisher has carried on.
may she rest in
Carried
peace.
off. I don't know.
I just
Bad
don't know
joke.
how Ray will continue going on without disappointing Marie and Frank. To be honest, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Hang on just a sec. I'll be right back. I gotta get a charger for my computer. It's about to die.
Exciting stuff. Oh, well, IDS, I'm so sorry I killed you. What are your thoughts on
I think
on Big Easy?
Ray should get with Patricia Heaton.
You think Ray should hang out with Patricia Clarkson?
I think Kelly Clarkson should do the soundtrack for Star Wars: The Last Bread Eye.
The last butter bread.
The Last Bread and Butter Pudding.
I am the very model of a modern major mineral. Joe Welcome is my father, and I think he's very literal.
I think he's very liberal.
Oh no! Come on, Joe Welcome. Don't you know?
Everybody knows that libertarian knows.
Oh boy.
Trump to rally for endangered Republican in Pennsylvania.
All right, well,
let's talk international news. Did you see that Trump agreed to meet with Kimothy Jong-un?
That is actually very interesting to me. Yeah, I really am curious as how that's going to turn out. I would pay a lot of money just to see the video of them having a private conversation. Like, yeah.
Mass Effect is good. Andromeda is cancer.
What would Trump's compromise be for like Nick calling Kim Jong-un? Since he calls him Rocket Man, would he call him like Rocky to try as like, it's my compromise, I'll call you Rocky?
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe he'd call him Bill.
Kim Jong-un is a rapist.
What are your thoughts on Bill O'Reilly?
His father was a great man. You must be what's left.
Need to stop hating on I don't know. Who does he hate? Colbert?
Well, Colbert dresses better than him.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just hope that Donald Trump can like. I want to see the interview movie that could happen now. Like
Cal and
interview
IDS, read the chat. I'm reading the chat. All right. Let's see. Movies of Transformers are complete opposite of the fan content. Does these people read the chat? Screw Mass Effect. You forgot when we talked about Mass Effect. BIONICLE Revolution. BIONICLE Revolution. Transformers Star Wars. Ray Romano.
So many franchises.
Ray Romano is the best part of the Force Awakens.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think Conor McGregor should beat the shit out of Ray Romano.
That's hurtful.
Why?
Because
hey, this is my Ray Romano impression.
That is so bad.
Okay, what have I missed?
You missed IDS's terrible Ray Romano impression. I want to die.
Oh gosh.
IDS, never ever do that again, please.
Look, you're playing a big game now, but I bet you thought Ray Romano like entered the call.
I would invite Ray Romano into the call. Someone told me that I look like
he was in the call mere moments ago.
Oh.
Didn't you hear it?
Oh yeah. Welcome, Ray. Oh, right, I get it. No, he wasn't. You're lying. I never hit you.
The room sucks and people obsess over it suck.
Hey, that's not true.
And James Franco, I love you guys, but why?
Hey, that's not true. The Room's a good film.
Son of a Green Goblin over here.
Of course.
IDS, I will give you the top 5 reasons why The Room is a classic. Number 1.
Watch Miss Brojo.
Number 1, it has a story. Number 2, the story wasn't written by Fenna.
Yeah,
Number 3.
number 15. Burger King.
Number 3, there's no anti-religious message.
The last thing
Number
you want
4,
in your Burger King burger is somebody's foot fungus.
number 4.
But
Tommy
as it turns
Wiseau
out,
is
that
a-
might be actually what you get.
Number 4, Tommy Wiseau is a very entertaining actor. And number 5,
He's like the white seal, except seal is better looking.
he kind of is, but also Seal can sing, and
Yeah, so
presumably.
Seal was better than Tommy Wiseau in every way.
Yeah, I mean, I won't deny that, but like, The Room is a good film, man. You should watch it with open eyes.
Open eyes.
I'll watch it with closed eyes.
What do you think you'll get out of that experience? I guess, please tell me.
Probably ear cancer.
That's a little weird. I don't think that makes any sense.
IMK2332 says number 14 Taco Bell piss nachos. The last thing you want in your Taco Bell nachos is someone else's piss. I can agree with that.
He gets the joke.
Oh, it's something I haven't seen. I get it. Fine. You guys make references. Do it. Do we want to talk more about Mass Effect Andromeda? How great.
Let's talk about BioShort Superman.
Oh yeah.
Wait, but what?
Oh, that was
It's my favorite video by Callan, where he featured his good friend Petermus Crasher in it. It's really good.
Yeah. Let me tell you about that. So Peter Crasher,
Let's talk about the Taylor Swift song "Look at What You Made Me Do." It's a really good song.
Okay.
I can't remember how it goes, but no.
Ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
That just sounds
There
like
you go.
Lanu speaking.
I was just getting ready to say, is Larnu in here? That
Look
of course,
what
no.
you
I'm
made me
sorry.
do. Look what
We
you made
don't.
me do.
I will
Look
not.
what you made me do.
I will not be convinced that Larnu is in the room until he does the. Like that. Oh my god.
That is
That
a
was pretty
signature
good.
move of his. Also,
I
there's-
can't.
I see a news story scrolling through my Facebook feed. Miami club shut down after a video of a woman riding a horse onto dance floor.
What?
No. Why would they do that? I would go there.
Aagerds crashing a club.
Crashing the
Ooh,
duck
back in the
club.
news. Ooh. Aagerds back in the news. Ugh. Why did I punch back? Girls, Bog Rock's a scumbag. Building this is very interesting. I remember these things. These, what are they called? Visoraks. I remember building the ones I had back in the day. And I remember they were very weird to me.
They were probably the strange. Like, I'm trying to think on the villains. They were probably one of the strangestly designed villains that I can recall. Like compared to like the Borok were like weird, but they looked tough. Like what's the word?
Bill
Dang it! I want to increase the vocabulary of this.
Oh, we were going to
compact.
teach the vocabulary.
It's compact.
Back when you guys were ignoring the comments, people left over you guys not acknowledging them and you not teaching them vocabulary.
Well, we apologize for that. We were talking about.
I just hurt my hand.
We were talking about religion. We were very distracted, in depth.
Yeah, we had a very religious discussion about how
someone's asking to be racist in comments.
Yeah, I saw that too. An agent makes sense.
So basically, I mean, Callan has a few hours before he has to go to his clan meeting, so I'm sure he could do that.
All right. Well, let's see. Not a big fan of people who don't look like me. There you go.
You think he's joking?
A virgin?
Oh,
Snap.
I think you mean
Crack.
non-virgins, but yes.
Like virgin olive oil.
Ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
What's funny is when I said the olive oil thing, I thought of Popeye in my head because olive oil from Popeye. And then you did the voice, and I thought you were doing a Popeye voice. And I was like, how are you reading my mind?
If you could read my mind, love. Popeye. Well, that was a really bad Popeye.
Your Lanu impression was closer to a Popeye voice than that.
Yeah, I know. I was awful. So I guess just go back to dude. Hey, I'm Papa the Sailor Man, dude. I'm Popeye.
Closer to Popeye than your Popeye impression.
Oh, Ivax the Austin Bio Short Party Dudes Part 2. Or no, he's just. Oh, well, I'm not reading the entire comment. Screw me.
Look, it's time that I share.
Martin Shkreli's getting 7 years in prison. Leave that man alone.
No, not Shkreli. But why?
Oh, because he, I think he took part in securities fraud, which I'm not entirely sure what that is, but basically he essentially embezzled money from his company.
Oh, nice.
Earlier, here it is. Even as like freaking 3.
There it is. The it's no use now. Our kid is pervert. That was the spelling. That is it. I love it. That is Undercover's plot.
That's the plot of my article.
No use now. Our kid is
pervert. A pervert. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not how you vocabulary.
Let's check out his other work.
Oh, I didn't know he did those gross Fantoka gender swap things.
Oh, oh my gosh. I remember these. So this is when I was doing the BioLude stuff with Sed, we actually found
the best one is the Pohatu one because of the stance. You gotta find the Pohatu one. It's funniest.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not into to lewd stuff,
oh, you were there. Caleb, you were on it. Yeah.
No, look at that. Alan, scroll down. Well, yeah, too, but
wow.
Scroll down. Go down to the featured collections. There he is. Yup. Look at that camel toe.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, and check it out. You can get the nude issue.
Click it.
I'm not gonna freaking get this thing.
Click it.
You mean
no?
She's not already nude? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Maybe the orange is supposed to moderately look like.
Just remember, this is what TTV wants for their G3.
Yeah. Next time they mention that they want to do some gender swapping stuff, just put this in the comments and see if they're still for it. Oh yeah, look at that ass.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and her mask is flipped up. So her mask is flipped up like a welder's helmet.
Yeah, I like the idea that they wear armor and no clothing underneath. That makes a lot of sense.
That is so weird. That is so weird.
This one is particularly weird because it's like this one is more than the others. Like I feel like with the Pohatu being a black lady, it looks kind of more. I don't know.
I don't know what's funny, right? As much as I was kidding, the Pohatu one is probably the best piece of art. This one just looks straight stupid. What is that?
Yeah.
This is just
that's the thing. Like the freaking arm is all robot. You can kind of see that he was trying to get that there is freaking skin on it.
I can't tell which one is worse. This or the Kopaka one, because the Kopaka one is damn goofy. It's just a big.
I think the Kopaka one. I think the
Kopaka one is worse, just because she looks so clumsy. She doesn't look like she knows what she's doing.
Oh gosh, this guy. What is he thinking? Also, look at this. Look at this.
I love how they're just like holding that shit in between them.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, like gosh.
What the hell? What?
Yeah.
Can you flip that? I don't understand. Is that? Oh, that's the ass. Okay, I thought
This one, in terms of like this one, you can kind of be like, oh, it's whatever. Like,
Yeah.
at first glance, this one doesn't look that bad. And to be honest, that one isn't that.
Vampire actually
Jeez.
looks pretty good. Vampire
one
doesn't look too bad.
This one just looks retarded. What is that pose?
He doesn't know how to pose, like more often than not. This is the This is one of the best poses he got, and then
Let's go on his profile page. Drago Flame.
Yeah, ugh. Clearly a talented artist. Oh, you watch. There's gonna be some kind of. I guess maybe they don't have the more pornographic stuff right up front. Yeah, see, mature fun content right there. So there you go.
Oh, it was 29 last year.
Yeah,
this guy's good to know he's 30 this year.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's good.
gosh.
Good to know.
To be fair, okay, scrolling down, that he has a
gosh.
mock there. He has a mock of like a creature, which doesn't look half bad. Like in terms of going off the creature designs from G2, that doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, he's obviously. It is interesting to kind of mix those parts with the elf sets.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Too bad he's a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember seeing this guy's stuff because Seth and I, we were doing a bunch of like the BioLude stuff, which tragically only the first BioLude ever got anywhere. But
okay, just as you're talking,
we're actually
maybe go through this. Did you see there was kind of like a collection? In fact, this was in it. Do you want to just go through this guy's collection, Lego Bionicle or something? Why not?
Oh yeah, Lego Bionicle, sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Let's do it.
That's a cool one. But
I just want to say I just saw a glimpse. There's a vehicle someone made for Plato G2. Plato G2 is shit, but the vehicle that person made for him is awesome. Also, yeah, finish your story.
But yeah, Seth and I, because we looked at like the popular female characters like Holly and Golly, and we were eventually like, all right, we gotta shine the spotlight on the dudes. All right, let's take a look at Liwa and Tahu, and to our utmost surprise, there is very, very little sexual content when it comes to the male Toa, especially like Kopaka and Pohatu. We thought for certain there would be some weird sexual stuff between Pohatu and Kopaka, but no, nobody's interested in that. Which that's a little disappointing. People, let's get diverse in our sexual content.
I know, right? And speaking of diverse, freaking the first 40 pictures in this folder are just this.
Google Images was like, nah, miss me with that gay shit.
This is actually kind of awesome.
Oh, dude, look at that, dude.
Actually, it's kind of cool. I like seeing.
Yeah, these are interesting brick variations. I like them. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nice art. It's art, guys.
Lots of figures. Bionicle building is an art form. I mean, it kind of is, but it's like no one cares about it. So,
well, no, I think I agree that it's artwork. It's basically sculpting. Yeah, not very many people care about it, but I still think it's art.
Yeah, no, you don't obviously.
Oh, dude, scroll back up. Look at that Vaki. Scroll back up. Look at that.
That was a cool. I think your
I didn't even notice.
feed is a bit lagged.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. It looks cool because it looks like really buff.
Yeah. Scroll up. Let's go.
Is this the thing?
I thought this looked cool.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. War Vaki Commander, dude. That looks like an Exoforce. That looks like it could be an Exoforce model.
No.
Oh, that Drago condom.
Do what?
Drago Condor.
Oh my gosh.
Look, man, this guy worked really hard on this. Poe Retta.
I like his name.
Not bad at all.
I like that comment a lot. It's just like, not bad at all. I like nice guy, just a nice guy. Lego gang.
Yeah, because we all know why named Jang, except for me apparently.
So is it supposed to be a bug? That is a cool Vaki. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
That's a really cool.
Look at all this stuff. I do like this Takanuva thing with him shooting like light fireball.
That looks really cool.
Oh yeah, I think I
Yeah.
saw. Well, yeah, there's Tahu.
Interesting that he inserted the black in there like the normal Toa.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
Hey, screw you.
Yeah, why is it a fireball? Well,
I don't know, man. Oh, this is interesting.
I like that.
What is this?
Wait, that was a really cool like CG design. For
It's Calitraz. Hey, throwback.
That was a cool CG design.
Calitraz?
Jala's Hannah crab that you scrolled by. That was really cool.
Oh, hey!
I'll go back to that in a second.
Hey, shout out to Calitraz.
I guess he got
shout out to Calitraz.
He got a custom mask for her now, I guess.
Yeah.
He was clever with how he did his like face animation stuff. That was neat. Oh yeah, this is neat. This Hana crab. That's cool.
Also, there was a guy with a Sidorak mark there. I want to compare it to my one. Actually, go back.
Okay, let's do that. Huh.
That's actually pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That could be like a movie version. That could be like a movie version.
I think his almost captures like the kind of weird proportions of. He's like the kind of almost the funny look of his face a little more than yours, but I feel like yours looks a little more serious. Like the shaping is a little better.
That's really solid, actually. Scroll down. I think that might be better than mine. I don't know.
As far as the face goes, it's pretty darn close. It captures a lot of that kind of goofy emotion, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, the eyebrows. Okay, I think that IDS has a better eyebrow deal than this guy, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty close.
I like that. I think that might be better than mine. I don't know. That's cool.
Either way, I guess it's. Oh, now let's compare the Rudaka since you also have that. Yeah, that's not bad.
Pretty good.
I'm lagging behind.
You also have to wait who isn't
5 seconds for it to show up.
That one using the same eye method that I did, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, continuing our discussion. Oh my gosh. What is this?
Oh my gosh.
What is this? It's like someone's doing research on how to make it work.
I'm just looking at the logo. He changed it. I'm getting sick.
Oh, these are cool. I've heard about these. How he basically made the freaking Baraki into their creatures.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that now.
Very interesting.
I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
Rydak's face looks a little doofy, but these are fun.
Yeah.
I like these. I give all of them a 10 out of 10 or something. Oh gosh, drawings. Hey, I don't know. Like, I see what he's trying to do with some of those things.
I'm not a fan.
IDS, what happened?
Oh, nothing. I'm just looking.
Just chilling like a villain?
I'm chilling like a villain in his igloo eating fudge sickles.
It doesn't run.
Oh, hey, Turkey's Umarok.
Umarok. Ooh, those are some cool models right there. The more serious looking ones. I'm lagging like 5 seconds behind you, so 5 seconds before. Ooh, that is a cool Umarak. See, I was telling IDS at one point, it'd be cool if they gave Umarak like, which of course nobody really knows it, like an Earl King type spin, which that's supposed to be like old English folklore. The Earl King, he was like some sort of like badass spirit king. I don't know. He had stuff to do like with the forest and the Great Hunt and things like that. And I don't know. He just that reminds me of the Earl King right there.
Interesting. Yeah, I like the concept. I can't say I'm crazy about the way he did like the skull kind of head. I don't know. It just
well, that is kind of like there are a lot of images of like some see, my mom knows a lot about some of the like Celtic lore, but I think, if I recall correctly, she said something about like a lot of old gods being portrayed as having the skull of a buck or something like that. So that might be what he's doing over. Well, it says Umarak, obviously, but still, that might be what he's taking from some of like
he's
the
definitely
ancient
not doing a straight up
gods.
revamp. Doing interesting stuff. The Mask of Wife.
Mask of Wife.
And a lot of these pictures are getting a mix of drawings.
Okay, that there's that really buff Tahu, but his face looked kind of cool.
Oh, this Akmainuva?
I like the face. The face has a very like vicious Tahu movie look to him.
Whoa, I just saw a really buff Leakon. Like a
Hey, Aagerds, look. Aagerds, look. He's got a groin area. So you're wrong.
Like, I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of this weird, hyper masculine fucking Adonis.
Oh, that's Tahu. I thought that was Leakon. Because
it's actually it's actually
Akamai.
So it's I guess this is what you do when you combine three of the manliest men, Tahu, Onua, and Pohatu. You get man supreme.
He's like,
He-Man.
like if you thought Tahu was a meninist, this guy is the hardest of hardcore meninists.
The thing grossly disgusting as that body is, that face is awesome to me.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Oh my gosh. If only Zed and I had found this. Why hadn't we found this? There's your new wallpaper.
Look at all this stuff. So much stuff. Oh, these are interesting and not good.
Brick heads.
Oh yeah, that's the whole Lego shtick.
That literally
I can't wait for those to not.
That literally looks like an old school Toa Ganon.
Oh, which one? Oh yeah, Zinlek.
I mean, he was never that simple, but like pretty simple. But never that simple, but
he has the color scheme down. The basic color scheme.
Oh boy, check out this mock.
Oh.
Look at that face.
To be fair, for brick built from a distance, it's kind of had some form to it. So
yeah, it's like there's some good. Oh gosh, what's going on here?
Caleb, it's really gross.
I apologize for my outburst.
Where are my mocs?
Your mocs aren't good enough.
This is true.
But look at this though. This is garbage. Look at that leg.
The legs are not great, but I do like the torso and the head.
Torso is interesting, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I wish some of those parts that he used for the fingers actually existed in black. Those would be good to have for parts.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't even want to click that though. Guardians of Light and Time. Ooh. These are interesting photos. Why is there an Old Spice thing? I don't know.
I really hate being 5 seconds behind y'all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just
wait, are you looking at the YouTube page? Because if you look at the
the actual stream. Yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube page. I didn't. Oh my gosh.
Well, there you go.
Oh my gosh, I'm such an old person. I'm such an old person.
That's okay, man. Oh, also, I remember this guy, Toa Check, Check, I think it is. I remember his mocks and he always had like the very same-ish looking CGI edits. I don't remember much about him other than seeing his photos around. Interesting character, I suppose. And I remember he did revamps of all the stars at the time that weren't that bad. But they weren't amazing either.
I didn't like them.
Oh yeah, I remember liking them at the time, but retroactively, I think they were pretty bad. So watch me backtrack faster next time.
I like that. I like that when you were gorilla.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, nice gorilla, dude. Go back. Was that somebody's variation of a Malka?
A Malka.
Yeah, that black and yellow right there. That cat thing.
Black and yellow. Yeah, it's Moaka, I think. You know what it is. Everything I do it best.
That is cool. It literally looks like a tiger now.
Yeah. Yeah, the original, I would have never I thought they were just trying to make something up completely, and then they're like the cat-like Muaka, and I'm like, cat? That's pretty much that's where I was when I was like 8, 9 years old. That's a cat. The back legs look a little bit disproportionate. They look too skinny, but the basic body looked good.
Hmm.
What the heck?
His mocks are
What?
cool.
Yeah. Look at that gremlin.
Oh, hey,
No,
hey,
but
yes,
that
yes.
captain.
Is that the one?
That-
Is that the one that molested Jevik?
Yeah. Most certainly. That's amazing.
I was gonna say
Freaking
that Captain Falcon mark he made is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Nice
Yeah,
skeleton. I like the skeleton.
He's got that creativity level of like a Jockson. It's cool.
Yeah.
That
Not quite as refined as
Let's see
Johnson,
that
but he
Tahu.
does have some
What's that?
interesting
What is
ideas.
that? I want to see a close up of that Tahu.
Which one?
Yeah, the
This
Tahu
one?
mark. You can see it in the related ones. That's interesting.
Yeah, I know he actually made myself mock once.
Oh, my
nice.
like for this guy dropped tenfold.
Oh, he made him like Ghost Rider. I want to say it was part of a contest. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if the picture is here. I'm gonna try and find it real quick because I'm very egocentric.
Ooh, nice samurai.
Oh yeah, check out that freaking awesome Gyarados. That's
Oh,
cool.
dude, that is really nice.
I
Oh,
Pokemon
I know
fan.
this guy. I found that mock he made.
That one.
Not that one. There's like a green battle suit thing with a Green Lantern chest.
Oh,
the reason I
there we
found
go.
it-
Yeah.
I know because it uses Ganon's arms, and I think he quoted me in the description on somewhere it was posted, so it sometimes comes up with my mark.
Yep, here it is.
Yeah.
ids5621. Nice. That is cool.
Oh yeah, this guy makes cool marks.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he posted the Callan one. So
Thank
I
God.
have. You know what? I will literally go on mock pages and find it just because of that sassy comment. I will find it. We're gonna wait here and we're gonna talk about George Lucas until I find it.
You
Okay.
should show everyone the Chris Pipson post you made.
No, stop. Never bring that up again. Yeah, I guess for context, there was a guy on mock pages, like an ugly 40-year-old AFOL, and I once made a post when I was like 14 doing like silly stuff with his sig fig, and it was found by my friends, and they have since used it against me.
I like look wait, go back to like that main page there.
No, I'll get I've got to find my mock, okay?
Dude, oh my
Egocentric,
gosh, come
remember?
on. Just like real quick, I just noted something.
No. I'll go back. I'll backwards in a minute. But I'm gonna find this, and you're all gonna see it, and you're gonna like it.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Probably.
I will
Here
make
we
it
go.
I think I saw it.
There we go. It's me. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I did not give it a full 5 out of 5 rating
Wow,
because
so
his
you're just a
fire was
prick.
weak.
So you're just a prick, basically. I see.
Basically,
Right.
yeah.
He worked his heart out to make Callan look like a badass, and you gave him a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I did.
Not a bad
It's not a bad mock, but I think the fire he could have done a little more to make it actually look like his head was on fire. But
Right, you're a prick, right? I see.
yeah, I am. I don't care. I'll be whatever I want to be. All right, now back to whatever you were looking at.
Okay.
Because that was the only thing that mattered. Ugh. Aren't you proud?
Very. Where is it?
Many deaths of Telecus.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a 3-way thing.
Oh wow, 3-way was it?
Yeah. Because I
Is
remember.
Kylo here?
So he made like.
Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy.
Yeah, Kronos Omega, he does cool stuff. So he made Lycus a self mock like that. Why did he have to take 500,000 photos? Goodness gracious.
He's
Literally,
proud
look
of
at
it,
that.
man.
No. Too
Poop
much.
in a cup. Poop in
I
a
gave
cup.
this a 5 out of 5 rating.
That's pretty good. You're just a dick.
Yeah. I know. I know. I'm sorry, Lycus. If you ever see this, just know I don't respect you.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. I love that it says other. Wait, I love that it says go
Oh
back.
wait, I think I made that post. The Callan retirement
did.
post. I made that post.
I love it because it says other Bionicle characters, but it shows a depressed minifigure.
Specifically, you need to look at this because I think people actually thought you were retiring because I forgot how, but I had access to your mock pages account for some reason.
Yep.
Oh my god. Hey guys. Hey guys, we need to talk. I've been here many years, and it's time I came to terms with the fact I have been living in Benjamin Kazi's shadow. So it's with a heavy heart and with a liquid shard that I hereby resign my mock pages. Thanks, guys. It's been real. Caleb Lang.
Look at all the people who genuinely reacted to this. Look at all this. Kudos.
Oh my god.
Bye. You were awesome for the short time I knew you. Farewell, you amazing mocker.
Oh.
Oh, I also threw some shade at Sniper Ray. Sad to see you go. And I said, I have created no ideas that no one has ever decided.
I can't remember. I picked that picture because that picture's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that is a
Remember
perfect.
the guy commented like it was something else, and the guy said, "You need to have something Lego in the post, dude." You just
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh yeah, it was a picture of I think Kossi looking off into the sunset or someone looking off into the sunset. Like it was like a really emotional picture, but it had nothing to do with Lego.
Yeah.
CallanLoF Fire Project Orm.
That was really ugly.
Callan Tahu, Lord of Fuck.
Believe it or not, it's this guy's birthday. Let's take a moment of silence today to respect this dude, Matthew
Is it actually his
Bahari.
birthday?
It is.
Rest in peace, fella.
You were awesome, man. We'll miss you. Anyway, now that that's done, that was a brief little thing.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I made Goku. Look at how proud I am.
Oh my gosh, Jakku.
Yeah, well, it was the guy's name was.
I love the level of like either shock or disgust. Jakku.
Thank you. Yeah, Jakku. I hated that planet on Star Wars.
I really love those flat-faced Mandalorians you used to make. They're great.
Yeah, you know what? I don't appreciate that, Sass. Look at all this garbage. Look at this really bad Photoshop job of trying to make it look like all I had to do was edit out the background. Instead, I just dark. Look at that.
Yeah.
Distracts the never-ending night.
To be fair, I didn't make that nickname
that
up.
was
So.
uploaded the day before my birthday. My birthday.
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jube. He is a disgusting mongrel, and it's true. Look at all this garbage.
Jojo, the amazing little.
Someone asked me if this was still built recently, and it's not.
Him with his shovel.
Look at this thing. It's
Oh,
so
I wish that
messy.
was still built. I really wish that was still built. Yeah. And I wish.
Gross.
I wish Cody G was still around to make epic posters.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Rest in peace, Cody G.
Wait, wow.
No, I actually messaged him months ago, and I was like, hey, because for some reason, since he's my friend on Facebook, like some spam was sending me emails credited from him, like check out this link, and it's like a virus message. So I told him about that.
Is that a post of Spartan shields in formation to make like a bubble?
Where?
Scroll down.
Oh yeah, I think it is. Yes, it is.
That's kind of cool.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
This guy's cool. This guy makes awesome stuff. Look at IDS's favorite concept, Slender Man.
Oh, I love Slender Man. What are they using as the head?
It's the back. I want to say it's the backwards head of one of those musicians from Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
I also like the idea
The
of
fingers
him,
ruined.
So he's kind of like sat up.
The fingers
Yeah,
definitely
the
ruin it, considering the smoothness of that head. And these are like all janky.
If you remove the arms, he looks like the guy playing Doctor Who right now.
Wait, isn't it a woman now?
Is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, whoever was before, the old guy.
Peter Bogdanovich. No, what is his name? Capaldi.
Yeah, Marty. Yeah.
Peter Capaldi. Partying. Yeah. Check out that bust.
Nice. Look at that. Look at that mischievous smirk.
All off the rails. Oh man. Old good times. Anyway, let's go back to the website that really matters, DeviantArt.
See the majesty that is DeviantArt.
And all of the wonderful art it brings us, including Santa rape Jeffic.
Ho ho ho.
Come here, little boy.
Oh God, no.
Oh my gosh. When IDS, when are we getting Christmas 3? Christmas 3
coming tomorrow.
Oh man.
Wait, it's nearly midway through March. How disgusting is that?
Yeah. Life
time
flies
flies,
faster.
Man. Time flies.
I'm ready to end it all, man. Are you? Oh, look at this guy. Look at this man.
That is a really cool model right there.
Punch. What did he use for the eyes?
I want to say that those aren't legal, but let's see. Yeah, I think he used some kind of visor and he put like kind of little tape eyepieces on. Also, those are tan ball joints as his cheeks, which is really funny.
And like Luke hair as his mouth.
Yeah. Old Luke hair. Now they've given him over detailed hair.
To be fair, I don't mind it that much, just because both versions of the hair they gave him for The Last Hope that they used to give him don't look right. Don't
look at all. Yeah, no. I don't mind that. Harrison Ford with the Han Solo stuff, that's another hair that they've like
infinitely better. That's another minifig that never looked right ever.
Gosh darn it. Like, these are neat in concept, but why is this the first 500 of this folder? I don't care.
Go out. You don't have to. Let's look into a different collection. Like, this is just some random guy's collection of pictures they put together.
Yeah, W.J. Jones, you suck. Look at this Matoro versus the Thought.
Be gone, Thought. Also, he's a
yeah, that's literally the pose he's making too.
Yeah, all right.
Be gone, demon. Why is there snow in his sword? Why is Matoro sticking his sword in the snow? Come on.
Matoro makes the best yellow snow.
I don't know. I think that's the only way he's ever going to get his sword wet.
You're an idiot.
Ooh.
Harsh. That was really ugly.
You're fucking
burn.
I apologize for that one. That was really weak.
Go into one of those collections on the right. Let's go into Bionicle by Toa Arkansas.
Yeah. Oh, there's an Axon in there that looks interesting. Oh, come on. Every time I see the interesting parts, if you go to the front of the folder, all the boring stuff is. Actually, that's cool.
Punch. Oh, yeah. That's one of DVD's newest mocs. It's really good.
Sick. That actually looks kind of neat. Like, I don't know. It's not amazing, but it's okay. The framing is more interesting, the posing. Look at all this stuff. We are here to talk. Oh, we talked about this the other day, IDS. Someone fully printed all the proper parts to make like a fully posable.
That is cool.
It's neat.
Yeah.
I wish he chose a more interesting pose, considering that the actual set can do that basically. But very cool concept.
I know he has other pictures, doesn't he?
He needed to be like the other guy and take 5,000 pictures.
Hey, look!
I think he does. Here, let's check out
all three of those collections on the right have mini mocs in them.
Yeah, we'll have to look at those in a minute. Let's take a look at actually the poses he can do. Even here, he's not as dynamic as they could. Oh boy, here he is. The freaking
Oh well, that's not as cool.
Oh, immediately everyone's like, oh, that sucks.
That's great. I don't know. That's not as good. Like that, just that posing. I don't know. They're not very dynamic angle.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? You can make them posable, but those parts aren't designed to be posed, so they're not actually that posable.
I do like that neck connection. That's neat with the using the Mixel socket.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Also, as IDS very well noted, if you're gonna make his fingers able to move, make them double jointed. Just having the 3-length sticks not even moving, it's like
it looks a bit awkward because it's like they're just kind of shuffling in place.
Yeah, do what they did in the BIONICLE game and give that dude 2 fingers to do whatever he can.
Honestly, my biggest complaint, other than the fact that he obviously didn't paint the waist piece, is just the fact that what is the orange doesn't look that bad, but the freaking Shapeways red is not bright enough for me.
It looks too pink.
Yeah,
because it's matte.
It doesn't look like
gloss.
the nice
like
fiery red that Tahu has.
The original Tahu is glossy. This is a matte color. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a matte rodent color. I agree. Wait, come on. Oh, dang nabbit. I got to go all the way through my history because it actually changed the there we go. Let's go let's find your MOCs ideas.
You don't even need to look at them. I just want to say that all 3 of those collections had at least one of my MOCs in when I saw it.
Let's take a look at IDS's MOCs. He's been working hard on some movie renditions.
There's a Makuta. There is a Rakshi.
Man, dude, you like you give all right, IDS, you give yourself a really hard time, but you do a really good job at making the movie MOCs. Like the Rakshi there, spot on. Everybody knows your Vocama now. And
that's I actually like that's the thing. I like this shaping under the head better, but I think that the way that the other guy did it, like it looked more cheeky, and I think that there was a little more cheek in the movie.
Yeah,
as far as under his eyes.
There are aspects I prefer of mine. There are aspects I prefer of his. I think overall the shape of his is cool, but I think for at least this angle looks better on mine.
Yeah, it does.
It really helps with the expression. My this is actually my wallpaper for my computer for a long time.
There's also I posted a pic of the Vaki and the Makuta on my DeviantArt the other day as well.
Yeah, that was another cool one.
There we go. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I like what you did with the feet. Like the leg / feet look perfect come to the movie.
In fact, I need to tweak the Vocama one to be more like this because this is actually more accurate to the movie. So in fact, while I can't get the movie Rask right, I think the build of this Turaga is better than the build of the Vocama one.
Yeah.
It is pretty close, yeah. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, you kind of just warmed up with Vocama and then improved it on Makuta.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner. Anyway, Bonkles. Let's check out this folder.
Bonkles.
Who doesn't like? Oh, this is cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice classic Visorak there.
Awesome.
Wait, what?
The thing you're hovering over looks really cool.
Yeah, this looks so fake. I don't like the saturation of this photo.
Can you click on that soldier thing? I want to see it.
Okay. Neat. Exciting stuff. I don't know. Yeah. I'm betting
it's
that we have
top heavy though.
Watching this point. I have 15 viewers still. Thank you. Somehow.
Yeah, I just looked. Oh, we got 16 now. Of course, that's probably
the longest stream yet.
It's gotta be, I think.
I might go soon just because I'm like super thirsty. Also, that posing of that Takanuva guy with the bird is really cool. Like just the pose of it.
Wait, what? What guy? Which one?
There was a Takanuva looking guy with a.
This. Yeah, this posing is neat. That Tesla effect, our favorite person.
I don't like the row.
I mean, the picture is good, but the direction is kind of retarded.
yeah, I agree. Oh gosh, Why is this here? I don't understand. This is bonkles. Not John Wick. What is this? Near.
Whoa, dude, that Visorak. Oh, huh. Oh, wait, is that like a Bayonetta? Wait,
Nah,
is
the
that?
proportions
know.
aren't
Oh,
like the
Near,
the
yeah,
proportions
that's
aren't as extreme as
definitely a near,
Bayonetta.
yeah.
Hmm. That is an interesting looking Visorak beetle thingy.
That is
There's your
really
Roxy.
cool, man. Why
Son
didn't they
of Makuta.
do that?
Wow, that Roxy is really cool.
Yeah, he's pretty epic. It sounds like kind of a dirtbag person, though. I don't know. He look.
I like that Kanohi with the headphones on.
Oh yeah, that is funny.
Oh,
And to be fair, the
Interesting.
design of that mohawk thing, if Lego released a mask like that with like switchable parts that you could put on the head, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be. Although I don't know, the only thing I don't like is that the face design itself is kind of neat, but it's very. I don't. A lot of these faces look very Mega Bloks ripoff version to me. Like
Maybe, but the only one I I actually really like, is the orange one. Like the rest, I can give or take. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, something about there's something dynamic.
yeah.
The problem with a lot of these 3D masks that people custom do is they feel very flat. But the front of that orange one's pretty dynamic and 3D looking.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I also like that the orange one, it also has he looks like he has a mouth. Like a real mouth that could be
It has like an Anika mask if it was made of plastic vibe to it, which I like.
Yeah. Oh, dude, look at that! Look at that pink toe right there with the Holly mask.
Figure Syra. Looks like he just painted all those parts to be consistently purple.
Yeah, I just took note of the color. The design itself does not impress me all that much.
No, not really. Ooh, look at that Wakshi. It's pinky. I don't know. What am I even saying at this point? I think we've gone off the rails. I want to find like one mock that's like a perfect thing to end on. Something we can really talk about, be it trashing or praising.
Funny. Because dude, that picture of Tahu, the power of the that's kind of cool.
Neat. This shaping could be better, but the Tahu itself looks okay.
Dude,
it's a nice piece of art, but I wish, because they've kind of cartoonified the Kini Nui. It's really cool, but just by pure Bionicle purist, it'd be nice if it was like more chiseled rock.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. If you want to end on a mock, go to the search. Okay.
Oh, on DeviantArt?
Yeah, try there first.
Okay.
Type in Bionicle Revolution Rewire.
Oh boy. Let's find out.
I know that there's a mock of her.
Oh
somewhere.
no. Oh, I didn't even think that. Oh gosh. Okay, it's taking a second, but it'll get there. The anticipation is building. One result. What is? Oh, gross.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a piece of shit.
That's not even what I was thinking of. What? Oh,
this was taken recently too.
I will say I like Mecha Ashura as a person though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This
Rewire.
Ugh. Oh boy.
Rewire in the resurrection chamber. Oh, all right, yeah. Go into your main search. I know that somebody made a mock of Rewire, like an actual Lego pieces mock. This is fantastic. I never knew this existed, and I'm so glad that we found it. But I know that there is an actual Lego pieces mock of Rewire.
Oh gosh.
I know. Just delete your history, man. Just delete your friggin'.
Is this it?
Yeah, the one dead center with the Roxy face.
Oh boy.
Because there's got to be a Roxy head. Yep. That's it.
They really tried hard on that face, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that is so.
What I would do if I was making a stupid mock, not that I ever would, was I would use the old Spider-Man web pieces with the hair and put red things clipped onto it. Not.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad idea. But you'd have to make it kind of big. Ugh, gross. I'm just thinking about that stupid thing. So edgy. The full script.
Oh my god.
Ugh. Oh boy.
I think I'm
Well, we built some stuff. We talked some trash. We had some laughs. We kicked IDS out, and then he cursed me out when he came back.
yeah.
We had a gay old time today. Again, as I said. So I'm sorry we ignored the comments for the most part this time, but I just know that it's not because we don't like you. It's just we think you're horribly unimportant and you're not worth their time. So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think we're just gonna keep rolling until the next time when I do something else. Agreed?
Greed will consume you.
Greed, yeah.
Thanks.